When I close my eyes, I can almost see it. When I take a breath, you fill up my lungs. And if my mind worked backwards just for a minute, I'd hold on to you before the memory's gone. I remember you, you lift my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling. Remember how we felt.
last night. Maybe I can make it right. Sit down closer, baby. We can talk about it. No need to be mad. Hate to see you sad. Yes, I know I'm crazy, crazy about you, crazy about you.
I know I'm a flirt sometimes. I know I get drunk some nights. I know I get way too high. I just wanna live it up with you. I know that it might be tense. I know when you've had enough. It's just how I show my love. Darling, can I live it up with you? I'm a flirt sometimes. I know I get drunk some nights. I know I get way too high. I just wanna live it up with you. Darling, can I live it up with you?
Made a mistake last night. Maybe I can make it right. Sit down closer, baby. We can talk about it.
Made a mistake last night. Maybe I can make it right. Sit down closer, baby. We can talk about it. No need to be mad. Hate to see you sad. Yes, I know I'm crazy, crazy about you, crazy about your lips. I know I'm a flirt sometimes. I know I get drunk some nights. I know I get way too high. I just wanna live it up with you. I know that it might be tense. I know when you've had enough. It's just how I show my
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Dire Bear Adventuring Company's Foundations of Adelar. I am your DM, Heath, aka Captain Sack, aka the Dire Bear GM. You can find me on lots of places online around the world. Coming to you live from Lucky Dice Cafe right now, actually. Tonight we have with me Maddie, who is playing Callista, Steve, who is playing Gillet, Chief playing Arneth, and Ryan. Gosh, I almost called you Lucky. Ryan, who is playing Archie.
Lucky playing Archie.
Lucky, who is playing Archie. Archie, who is playing Lucky. We're meta. We are missing one, but they'll be here shortly.
Yeah, they're just getting a drink. They're on their way.
Oh, goodness. I'd like to start a trend, if everyone will. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook, and join our Discord. We have links to things. If you type in, Bang Discord, I believe, it actually gives you the link and everything. The reason that I want you to do this is because I have been petitioning Wizards of the Coast, and it's Wizard_DND on Twitter. Wizards_DND on Twitter. Because on Mondays, 4 to 7 p.m. Pacific time, every week, there is this lonely gap in their schedule that conveniently would fit a particular show that runs 6 to 9 Central Time. That would be 7 to 10 Eastern, 4 to 7
Scooby-Doo Mysteries?
What's that?
It's Scooby-Doo Mysteries. That's the show, right?
No, it's this one. Just in case you're not firing on all cylinders. Which we just assume instantly that's not
Ryan
happening.
is not.
Although we do love you. But I think that we need to start petitioning to have our show run in that lonely 4 to 7 p.m. spot. I have been diligently every Monday telling them that we should be able to fill that spot for them, that they look like they could use some content. I would love to have you guys help us out and tell Wizards to add Foundations of Adelar to that lonely spot.
And really, we'd be helping them out.
Honestly, we would
have
be. I'm not
a
asking.
time slot, and
I'm not asking for anything. I don't want any endorsements. I'm looking to offer a service to fill that spot. I think it's a fantastic place for us to fit in right there. And that's what I would love for everybody to do. If you follow us on Twitter, you'll see me post it up there. As a matter of fact, I've already posted it today. I'd love for you guys to go out there and just say, hey, add Foundations of Adelar, add Dire Bear Adventuring Company to your 4 to 7 p.m. slot on Mondays. I think it's fantastic. All right.
Pretty much.
What's that?
I'm responding to Paragon, offering to work for exposure. Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm looking for the exposure.
not
you
gonna lie, you
asking us
said
to
Paragon, and I
expose ourselves?
immediately no. Keep your clothes on.
No.
Well, I mean, yeah, no, keep your clothes on. Right.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Ryan.
So, tweet it out, retweet it, find it, let them know. Foundations of Adelar, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. in that particular empty hole that they have. So that way we can fill that empty spot that they need someone to fill. All right. Welcome everyone. Last week we met a new party member, or a new person anyways. We don't know if they're a party member. But
Verdict isn't out yet.
shining and bold as the sun, Archie stands the Paragon, an example of what a true warrior of the divine should be. all glittering and flowing locks, and lovely looks.
Ow.
And not anything like a monk.
Mm-mm.
No.
It's important.
Made acquaintances with our two half-orcs, as well as our very, very lovely elf.
Elf.
And forced, of course, poor Callista to go find a new hat post-haste. Once all of that was taken into account for, the party set off on an adventure to rescue a young girl where they found the Wharf's End. The Wharf's End is a collection of homes and hovels that have been emptied and abandoned, but a palisade has been built up around them, which houses the lost and lonely, the children, or at least that's what they saw. Children of all ages, ranging up to 18 all the way down to the very young. As they wandered the Wharf's End looking for a young girl named Kara, they found her only to find that she was not able to communicate with her newfound friends, compatriots. Come to find out, the reason is because she has a secret. After a bit of prompt questioning from one particular party member, it was revealed the true nature of Kara and possibly her mother.
To only that party member.
To only that party member, because the rest of the party member had enjoyed nice tea and scones, which put them into a state. The truth revealed that they are the last remaining parts of a family of copper dragons. Nope. Bronze dragons. That were there in that town. The mate to this mother was brought down, and instead of being hunted for their wealth, she decided to eschew all that for her daughter. Or at least that's the appearance that it has. The party, though, safely returned it and earned the favor of the mother. Does anybody remember the name? Did anybody write it down?
I should probably open my character sheet. I mean, that would help.
Yeah, me too.
You people that take notes. Chop, chop.
Yeah.
Get
Damn,
to
you're
it.
a year and you're still faffing about.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, Calliope.
as you do.
Right, Calliope.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
So, they earned the favor of Calliope. With one adventure under their belt, and more to come, welcome to tonight's edition of Foundations of Adelar. Our party members, what are you doing? You stand outside in the hovels of the slums area along the western wall of Silverhaven.
What time is it?
With this point in time, it's probably late afternoon. I'd probably say not quite dusk, but getting close there. The sun is setting low in the western sky.
Should we find a place to stay? Get some sleep? Continue in the morning?
That sounds like an excellent plan. Still not used to it, are you?
I'm just like, where the
Really
hell is
not.
Lucky? Like, what?
Let's go
What the
rob
hell
people,
is that?
guys.
Is that better?
Yeah, perfect. Nailed it.
I'm going to
Sound
make
like
you play
that.
them both at one time and just watch your brain slowly melt. That was a look
Good
of
idea.
terror if I've never seen one.
You're like,
Oh,
no,
man.
please, God.
That'd be like
I already
playing
have
Callista
split
and Annalise at the same
personalities,
time.
Hey, now you all know what I do on a weekly basis.
We
I'm aware.
appreciate you.
I am aware, thank you very much. I DM as much as you do.
Yeah, let's rest.
Although we could go for a nice camping trip into the woods. It's rather nice this time of year.
I love camping.
I love camping too. So much in common, Arneth.
I
Oh,
know.
Callista,
Never gonna
Callista's
get
gonna
tired.
glance over at Yinfir and just. We would really prefer an actual bed.
honestly, I don't consider myself prim and proper. I really prefer not to be eaten by live animals, you know, like wild.
Do not worry,
beasts.
young one. I will keep you safe.
Young one.
Yeah, he'll keep you safe.
To the elf.
Yenfir, he went from calling you my liege to calling you young one. How does that make you feel?
Awful.
So you can be young and still be
I've
elite.
been demoted, and I didn't even do anything.
No young people can be in charge.
Fucking millennial. Okay.
That's-
Yennefer,
Oh,
could
Jack, I hate to
make
tell you
you a
something.
wonderful
We're millennials.
I know. That's the joke.
I don't get it.
You
I could make you
maybe-
a wonderful bed of leaves.
That sounds wonderful.
I'm sold.
I don't doubt you. I just there are things that want to kill us out there, and I'm tired and I don't want to fight them, if that's all right with you.
I understand. People of your station are used to a certain modicum of decency.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Sir Archie, I have to ask,
Mhm.
what sort of station do you think Yennefer holds?
Well, I'm not sure. Just judging by the way they're dressed, I assume they come from some line of money.
You would be correct in your assumption.
Well,
Is it all the colors?
She's gonna look at the other two and just like, what?
Oh, I'm not saying a word. Because technically, we're lords now.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
We're
right.
lords.
That's
Just
right.
go with it.
Yeah.
I don't know if Callista knows that, actually.
I don't. Callista doesn't know that.
That's awesome.
That's right. We're all landed.
You're all landed
Mhm.
gentry in the city of Castalia.
Yeah, details.
Minor
Very
minor
important.
details.
I
All right.
vastly prefer a bed
And a bed we shall find.
in a room with a lock.
For you, my lady, anything.
Oh, my lady.
You're so easy, Callista.
Says you!
Alright.
Grew up in a.
Now I'm in love again.
Says
All right.
you.
We'll head
So-
out.
You don't know
Tavern?
me.
Going to
Yeah.
find the tavern. Where would you like to find an inn? You would I'm sure you could find one here in the Western Wall section. Probably be a little seedier, a little lower class, a little slummy. You can find one towards the town center where most of the artisans dwell. There's a chance that they're a much higher grade of room, but you can't be certain on the availability. You can also go closer to the mountainside, where there are guaranteed to be nicer accommodations, but there's a bit of maybe some prejudice in that district. But as we've all learned, prejudice can be overcome with the correct amount of coin.
Or like, punches.
Yeah.
Alright, look. I wasn't.
With
Like,
coins.
Annalise wasn't gonna fight him. She wasn't.
She didn't wanna, but we made her. It's okay.
No, you didn't make her. He
exactly.
did. He just decided to be an absolute dickhole.
Yeah, seems like his MO.
Anyway,
Should have let me do it.
Absolutely not.
All right. So, which you can also go the wharf side or the south wall, and there would be a mix of, mostly like some rough spots with some kind of nicer spots for some of the merchant vessels. So,
well, Sir Archie, you're from here. Perhaps you can recommend a place.
Buzz.
Dial tone sounds.
dial-up noises.
Archie.exe has stopped working.
What? I didn't hear anything. Why has Archie stopped working?
Oh no, they were asking you a question.
Oh, I
Well,
didn't hear it.
you're from here. perhaps you could suggest somewhere?
Do I know anywhere? My good friend Cap.
Give
My
me-
good friend, the DM.
Give me a history check.
Of course. History. That thing I know so much about.
Yeah, in passing you've known of a few places. Granted, when you were here with your family, it was more on trade deals.
Mm.
So usually you guys had a place to stay. As put up by one of the merchant houses or one of the houses of note. But again, most of the guard and the caravan drivers and things like that wouldn't stay in the house, just your family. So they would have to find accommodation. There are rooms that are kind of in between the mountain and like the town center area that you could probably find that would be accommodating, reasonably nice. And maybe you could avoid some of the prejudices of the dwarves.
Yeah, we'll head to that.
Okay.
We will do that thing that is the stuff.
Oh.
Passing
You lost me halfway through, but sure.
Passing from the western wall into the town area, again, it goes from being stepping in spots that might be filthy, dirty water, could be something unknown. You make your way into the town center, which again is choked with buildings, with the exception of right at about the center where the spoke is. And then you make your way eastward, almost said north, but eastward towards the actual mountain area. As you cross into kind of there aren't walls per se that separate the sections of town, but there is a decided shift in the tone of the building, the way the streets look, the people that are there and carry themselves. And it seems as though the closer you get to the mountain, the actual, the more wealth you see. As though wealth flows east. Looking around, let's have the entire party just give me investigation checks.
All right.
That's not what I wanted to roll, and I'm disappointed that I clicked the wrong thing.
I am too.
Ooh.
Oh, look at you.
Wow. The highest is 10.
You're
Well,
just
it's
like
gonna be
mad
big
dogging
ones.
everyone, Callista. You're just like
Technically, the first roll, for those of you who didn't catch that, is a 25, a critical. Unfortunately, it was an intimidation check, so you scared the hell out of the guards.
No,
I don't know how! I look like a harmless little elf!
There's one heck of a sneeze.
you have one of those looks,
I just got that
strikes
resting bitch
fear into the
face.
hearts of men.
Just resting
You
bitch
sneezed
face.
so hard, fire came out.
Oh god, no, they're gonna think I'm a dragon. Shit.
You won't stop snarling.
Someone bumped you accidentally, making you spill your coffee, and you hellish rebuked them.
Burst into flames.
That seems a little excessive, even for me.
That's a little bit much, Callista. I know you haven't gotten your coffee yet, but
Whoa!
you can't go killing people.
I can't. I can't kill them if they're already dead.
All right. So, Arnett.
Yeah.
City life, not your thing, but you point out what looks to be an establishment that draws your attention, primarily because it has a picture of a tree on the sign, the plaque that marks where it's at. And that's really what draws your attention. It's 3 stories, and it appears to be brightly lit. The doors are open, and you can hear music coming forth, and you hear the sounds of people in the tap room and the dining hall eating dinner and drinking and things like that. The music is lively, but not ribald or anything that would like make the heart race.
It ain't the top tens.
Mhm. It has the name that actually intrigues you. It's called the Green Bow Inn. B-O-U-G, Bow, the Green Bow Inn. Looking at it, yay! It's fantastic. It's exactly
There's
what
a
you
tree,
love.
Grimes.
There's a tree. There's got to be a tree inside.
There must be
Ooh.
trees.
That's how you know it's correct.
Tree.
All right. I take it. Is this the inn that you would like to stay in?
Looks
Or would
like
you like
Beth
to
wants
leave
to stay in.
At least check it out.
I mean, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Okay, entering the inn, the front room, the downstairs, is a large open area with a fireplace that goes through in the center of the room. It's gigantic, and you can see chairs set around it and benches and tables. Tables spread out from there, and there's another fireplace against the western wall. The eastern side of the room is full of stools and a bar that wraps almost completely the entire length of the room. You watch as a staircase on the northern side of the room goes up into a balcony that stretches around and has another staircase on the southern wall that goes up into like the floor. So balcony all the way around, and then the staircase up into a third floor. Behind the bar, the patrons are a mix of Kamat, elf, human, and dwarf. And looking around the room, you can see there's a lot of working class individuals, but also kind of hobnobbing with some of the upper crust. As you can see, a group of Kamat that are sitting together that are dressed in fine linen and satin and silks. Mostly sashes and open shirts that show their exquisite fur through the outfits. Their ears have jewels in them, like punched through in places. And you can see their fingers, which are usually ends in little claws, are capped with metal that made of different materials. They seem very, very much affluent. But then again, at the table next to them, you see a set of 4 dwarves that are sitting around. You watch as one of them counts down, 3, 2, 1, and you watch as they all pick up their tankards and don't stop until the first one slams his down, and they all, and you watch coin being tossed on the table. They seem to be covered in here and there in patches of soot, and their hair is singed at places. They seem to be just working class men. The Tabaxi don't seem to be putting on airs of being offended by this act. They seem to be more entertained by what's going on. Pumping out a tune on a stage that sits underneath the northern wall where the balcony is, you see a stage raised 3 feet off the ground, and on there is a mix of individuals marking a troupe. You see a very short human, almost as though he would look dwarven, but he's taller than most of the dwarves and has no beard whatsoever. He has short tousled hair, and it's a kind of a sandy brown color. He has in his hand what appears to be a cittern, but the body of it has kind of this hourglass shape. And he strums quickly on it, stopping it, and you watch as he strums quickly and stops. Next to him is another taller human who has what appears to be like a cello of some sort, but instead of being strung with a bow, he's plucking at it vigorously. And you can watch as it hammers out this deep resonant bass. And they are playing in unison, and the song, you can't help, it's infectious, and it wants you to tap your feet. Every once in a while you watch, though, as being punctuated by these strings is this brass horn that has a metal cover, and the guy who plays it, you can watch as he plays, he opens it up and closes it, making the sound, this wah, wah, wah sound. As they continue to play, you watch as this large group of people slide the tables out of the way, and they start to dance around the front of the stage. A dance that none of you have ever seen, probably. They loop arms, swing around. You watch as one human picks up this kamat and spins her around his waist and back around and sets her down, twirls her around. And they seem to be playing at it. The music is just pumping and it keeps going. As the song comes to the build up and then the slow taper off, you would expect most songs to have ends in the trill sound of the horn along with the sound of the bass and the guitar being just clattered about. And everybody claps and applauds and coin is tossed on stage. Drinks are ordered and a new song picks up. This one's slower, featuring the upright bass and this other strung instrument. The guy with the horn puts it down and he picks up another small brass instrument. And his is, this time, instead of punctuating the strings, it lilts in with them and matches their tune. It's not sad, it's not forlorn, but it's just slower, like keeping the pace down from where it was at a minute ago. People go and sit back down and enjoy their meal. Behind the bar sits a portly human. Big round belly over strong arms. Used to be maybe somebody who worked the docks and made enough money to come out and do this for the rest of his life. He seems to be in fine shape. He has a large handlebar mustache that runs all the way up to a bald head, a crown of hair sitting around there. His apron is covered in food stains and other things, but he seems to be happy and everybody calls him out by his name. And you hear the name being yelled across as Bernard. Or, as they actually call him, Bernie. He stands behind there and he laughs and cuts up and jokes with a lot of the regulars who sit at the table or sit at the bar. Again, a mix of all sorts of people. Bustling in and out throughout there, carrying platters of food, platters of drinks, and things like that, are several barmaids. You see a tabaxi, you see a dwarven barmaid, and two humans that running around left and right. One of the humans looks a lot like him, but much younger and with more hair and no mutton chop. You enter and he looks around after the music dies down, seeing you all kind of stand there at the door, and he hails you over. Come on, friends. Come on, have a seat. We'll get you something to eat and something to drink. You need a place to stay this evening.
Yes, we do. And I'll kind of walk over.
Well, I think we've got room enough for you. Have a seat.
For the 5 of us? I look around.
Well,
1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Yes.
He kind of thinks for a second. Telly! And you see the girl who looks like him stop, and she takes her tray and has it tucked under her arm. Yeah, Dad. We got room for 5. Couple of them have to bunk together, but yeah, we can suit you up. We can situate them, yeah. All right.
I don't mind bunking with you, gentlemen.
I don't mind either.
Sure.
Well, there we have it. So, my name is Barner, and he offers his hand to you all.
Greetings, Archie.
Pleasure, Archie. It's a nice suit of armor you got there.
Yenfir, nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
Arneth, I'll shake his hand.
Oh, good grip you got there, Arneth.
Thank you.
Gillet
Ah,
seems excited.
ooh, that's a strong grip, too. Watch out for you half-orcs. You hurt a man.
Callista's gonna like manage to squeeze her way past like all of these tall people. Because like she's so much shorter than everybody else. And she's gonna manage to get past everybody and just kinda wave at the bartender.
How tall is she?
She is not very tall.
Specific.
Well, I mean, okay, specifically, she is 5'8".
Okay.
She's
I
not
mean,
tall.
I'm just
Compared to the rest of you, she looks really short.
Because Gillet's like 6'4", 4, 6,
5.
6'5".
6'5".
Arnett is like 6'5".
6'4".
I'm only 5'11", so I mean, like,
And then there's Archie.
And then Archie is 7.5 million feet tall.
Jesus Christ! So we're
I'm
just
only
like,
6.5 million feet tall.
6.5 million. I apologize. It's only 6.5. The other million is like for the ego. I'm kidding. I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
I mean,
You guys know-
yes, but
No. Honestly, Archie seems like a nice guy. I don't.
he's
see him ego at
fantastic.
all.
I love him.
So you walk up and wave, and he kind of leans down on the bar and looks at you. He goes, "You must be the leader of this motley crew. Pleasure to meet you, miss."
My name is Callista. It is a very nice pleasure to meet you. Thank you.
Ah, you seem royalty. Or I'm wrong. Could be.
Are you Callista?
No,
I wasn't aware.
no. I'm not royalty. I am merely an adventurer, like everybody else.
Well, you're the queen of our hearts.
That lively group on the band is playing here for this night. They're the Wharf Rat Jig. Feel free to tune in and enjoy their music. Sit down, have a drink. We'll have food out to you long enough. Any particular requests that you have for food? Whatever you want, as long as it's stewed potatoes, mutton. I do have a little bit of venison left, and of course we have some steamed carrots as well.
Whatever the chef has on the menu, I think would be fine for all of us.
That's exactly what we like to hear. All right. And he kind of looks and peers over the top of your heads. He's not quite as tall as the half-orcs. He's kind of like looking. He says, I think there's a table right over by the staircase there. Unfortunately, you're a little close to the band, so I hope they don't drown you out. You'll have a seat. We'll bring you over. Ale sound good for everyone?
Sure.
Yeah.
Excellent. Go have a seat, and we'll bring it over to you. Either Tilly, myself, or one of the other girls will bring it. Good to have you, folks. Good to have you.
Well, I will start my venture over to the staircase table.
Staircase
shall as
table. Hashtag staircase table.
Yeah, me too.
Callista's a little bit taken back by how nice this man is. It's not something she's used to. But she will.
See, I chose a good one.
You did. You chose a fantastic one. But she'll
Good job.
probably actually weave her way through all of this faster than the others would because of how short she is.
Not that
You'd be
tall.
surprised how quickly people part for a 7-foot man.
In armor. In heavy, big,
With a giant
plate armor.
sword.
He might as well have a cow catcher on the front and just plow through everywhere. Just choo choo.
Archie,
Yes.
are you gonna need a hand getting out of that armor?
No, I'm used to taking care of myself, but I mean, I would never deny company if you wish to assist me.
I'm just like staring at you from across the table.
Staring or glaring?
I don't know. Is it staring
That's for
or is
you
it
to
glaring?
decide.
It's for you to decide.
It all depends what the next words out
That
of your
means
mouth are.
glaring.
Insight check.
The it's sure enough, it's not very long, and you see 3 loaves of bread and platters of food are set before you, steaming. The young dwarven girl, the dwarven girl is carrying the tray kind of like across her arm and like shoulder, a move that she's done many, many a time. And as she gets to the table, she comes to a stop, and it looks like she's going to spin it off. And she kind of slides the whole thing onto the table in one swift move. Sets all the tankards down in front of you guys, sets the platters down. Takes the tray, and it's big. It's a huge tray. Sets all the bread off, and then kind of flips the tray over and holds it like this. She says, "You need anything more? You just give us a holler. We'll be right over with you, okay?"
Thank you.
Nachos?
Like, she's like yelling this because the band is starting to play again. And while not as lively as the first song, it is still more energy than the second one that they played. and she just kind of gives you like a little salute and starts to make her way back through there. You watch as she walks by, one of the ones that was playing the drinking game reaches down and gives her a squeeze, and without hesitation, she takes the tray and just spins around and catches him full in the face, knocking him out of the chair. You watch as the rest of his buddies, there's a quiet in the bar, the entire tavern. And then you watch as the dwarf on the ground and the three around the table all bust out laughing, which of course makes the entire rest of the tavern just break out laughing. And he gives her a coin, and she's just like, kind of gives you that playful push on the cheek. Keep your hands to yourself. I will, lass. I will. And she wanders off back into the bar.
I'm gonna go up to that guy.
There's like one tooth is pushed out out of whack.
This is one hell of an Olive Garden.
Red mark on his face from the tray, just being quacking. Like it was so bad that even the guitar and the bass were like.
Ooh.
Yep, pretty much. You walk up to him. She got me good.
Yeah. If you ever do that again, I will cut your hands off.
Listen here, lad.
Archie!
I ever do that again, check to make sure I'm in my right mind. That fucking hurt.
I mean to anyone.
Oh. That's a bit rough, I don't believe.
Callista
Archie,
is
I have a question
Listen to your
for
Kavanaugh.
Callista is just gonna kind of like get up, run over, and just like stand in front of Archie, which of course like really doesn't do anything. But like,
you're still taller than the dwarf.
I'm still taller than the dwarf. And then she's just gonna kind of turn to Archie and just kind of like try and push him back to our table. Just like,
You're lucky
sorry
she's
about
holding you
him.
back.
He's a little bit overprotective, but it's okay.
I'm just the right amount of protective.
Oh, Archie,
Archie,
honey.
Handled well.
You're lucky that
tell
woman
you-
can defend herself. There are others that can't. And if it was
tell
one of
you-
those, you'd have no hands.
You tell your plate mailed puffed up Poppin' J to go sit his arse down.
I will literally kill you.
Jesus Christ!
Okay, I'm getting up now.
Archie, honey,
I'm
it's
just
okay.
watching.
There's a line in the sand.
We
That's
know
dishonorable,
you've drawn
sir.
it.
Okay,
You've drawn it.
all right.
Calm
I think
down.
He gets it now.
You
I think
just,
he gets
you
it
know what?
now. Really.
Go sit down, have an ale. Gillet, this is not funny.
He's saying what
Mhm.
I was thinking.
From across the way at the bar, you hear, "Ugh! I tell you, it's not a good idea to go fighting in my bar. Sit your asses down."
It's a worse idea to harass women in front of
Archie,
me.
We're
stop.
gonna sit down, sir. I'm sorry.
We got it. We're so sorry. Archie, go
You
sit down.
four.
Have a
And
drink.
He points to the dwarves. Keep your hands to yourselves. You five. It's all right. Go on. Sit down.
Thank you, sir.
Oh my.
Next round's on me. I'll sit down.
Physically or
Tit shots.
So cold. So cold. So cold.
It sounds wonderful.
Honestly.
Who are you buying the next round for?
Our table, not their table. No way.
Fuck him.
All right. So you guys sit down, enjoy your drinks. The band consists of 4 people. There's the short human who might have dwarf lineage, kind of like very very much like Gafton Kane. He doesn't have the same look. He doesn't look like Gafton Kane.
He doesn't look like an asshole.
Yeah. It doesn't look like a puckered butthole. He just looks short like that.
Okay, cool.
The word choice.
We don't need any nom flashbacks or anything.
No, you don't need any nom flashbacks there, my dear.
Playing the upright bass is the fantasy equivalent to our own Ryan. This tall, skinny, gangly human. Nothing personal against you. We all love you. but you are tall and you are kind
How
of
dare
thin,
you
and
call me out in public?
a bit gangly. But he is playing the ever living hell out of that bass. The guy at the end there is a half elf. You see the pointed ears, but he has this kind of a floppy beard or floppy mustache that hangs down, making you wonder sometimes how he plays the instruments that he does so well, especially with all of that mustache in the way. And behind them, on a set of percussion instruments, making the drumsticks look kind of tiny. He's not a half orc, but an actual orc. And he's got the drumsticks in his hand, and he's just do. He is just going to town on the drums, keeping the beat, keeping them going. If the tempo is slow, you watch him just back there nodding his head. His tusks are up. He's just do. For our half orcs, it taps into a very tribal feel. Even though the beat of the drum matches the music, it's not weird, but it still has this kind of a feel of it. You can tell this is a guy who, if you asked him to play tribal raid music, he's got you. He's got the drum beat for that. But
I'm enchanted.
It fits well with it. One of his tusks is a metal cap. The other one's normal, but this one's a metal cap. And he's got his skin is like almost a dark gray, like kind of a gunmetal gray color, with splotches of white, like where the joint, like here to his wrist and his elbows. He's wearing this sleeveless shirt that kind of opens at the neck. His hair is just kind of tousled on top of his head, and it's short, like just right on top. But he's into the music. He doesn't seem to be looking up or anything. The meal goes, the night passes on, the music is good. Eventually, they play about 5 more songs, and they take a break between the sets. They eat and drink, and they kind of sit at a table near the stage.
Buy them a couple of rounds.
You buy them a couple of rounds.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They hold up the tankards that come over to them. The orc, full of mouthful of bread, shouts over at you in Orcish. It's pretty much a thank you, but it's not thank you. It's like, may your blade be sharp and always, and may your enemies be soft and squishy, kind of thing.
Definitely roaring the appropriate response. Yes.
My Orcish is a bit rusty, so you have to forget. Did you want to try to play? Did you want to play?
Callista is absolutely suggesting that Yinfir play while the band is not on.
Yinfir.
Yeah, go for
Yinfir,
it.
you're a musician? I would love to hear you play.
It's amazing.
The DM would love to hear you play.
Yeah.
Gets my out of tune guitar from the corner. Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Anyway, this is Wonderwall.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
God.
This is what's new, Pussycat.
Just
Slide of the
10 for
Bumblebee,
10
but
hours,
they're only on 2 chords.
Maybe the metal version of Singing in the Rain.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Everything is played in 8/16. Yes. Oh, why?
Okay. Okay. Sure.
Okay. Yay!
I'll go up and play. I guess.
They kind of lean in the chairs and watch as you climb up on the stage. You realize that the rest of the tavern, which had gone kind of quiet, the inn was quiet, turned to look at you as you mount the stage.
Well, I wasn't feeling nervous before, but I'm definitely very sweaty right now.
All right.
Woo!
You watch as Bernie leans forward on the bar, kind of, this should be interesting. I would like for you to give me a performance check.
Oh
I'm nervous
god.
for you.
Oh god. Oh god. Okay.
You can do it.
I'm shy.
Oh no! Oh god. Please.
I'm
You
so sweaty right
you
now.
pluck your way through the song, wincing to yourself as you do so. You look down at the shorter human who was leading the band. He goes, "Oh no, oh no! I know you can do better than that. Go on, give it another try."
Okay.
Now the question is, are you playing a fast song or are you going to play a slow song?
I'm gonna go up on stage and be like, "Come on, Yenfear, pull yourself together.
Pull
I
yourself
believe in you.
together.
I can tell you're nervous."
You watch the guy who was leading the band gets up, walks over with a flask, and he goes, "Here, take a swig of this."
Hey,
Liquid courage.
what's the worst that could go wrong? You know.
Pure ethanol.
I can't sing anymore. Like my entire
Your voice is just
oh,
shot.
God.
You take a swig of it.
Yeah, I'll take a little.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, God, Jesus in heaven.
And I'm gonna cast Bless on Yenfear.
Okay.
Oh my
Oh
God, y'all.
man, it burns, but it's good.
Mm.
But it burns, but it's so good.
Snoofy screech.
I'd like for you to give me another performance check. You have bless.
Which means what exactly?
You roll 1d4 and add that to your
Okay.
because it's on all ability checks as well, isn't it?
Something like that.
And then a 1d4.
Yep, and add that to the total. So 27.
Wow.
You hand the flask back, turn to the guitar, and like the beginning of any good Who song, there's just power chord.
But the question is, are you playing a slow song or a fast song?
Play Trooper by Iron Maiden. Holy fuck!
Ride the Lightning or
Faces are
something by
melted.
Metallica.
Just thinking that.
I'll play.
Holy diver.
Seduce me.
This is really important.
Seduce me? Sure, I'll play a slow song.
Okay, in that
slow
case,
song.
Callista is going to coax Skillet up onto the dance floor.
Ooh.
So cute.
If it had been a fast one, she'd have been coaxing Ardeth.
That's valid.
All right. You play a song that do you want to play an original? Like one that
One from the Yenfear archives.
From the Yenfear archives?
Uh,
I wrote this one when I was going through some. He's just too. I wrote this when I was going through some troubling times. Really harkens back to how much I love my mother.
everybody loves Rose, though. Okay, let's be real.
Mhm.
You can just hear from the island, "Mama's boy!"
Literally.
From millions of miles away, your ears go, "Mama's boy."
It's just Callista, or
I
not
feel
Callista,
like
it's just
Annalise
Annalise.
is talking to me.
Annalise is on the piano colony going, "Oh, he's playing a mother song."
I can taste it in the air.
Oh,
God,
God, I
it's
always
so-
know.
When I, like had a relationship that didn't work out, I was 10 years old. I like to call this one Janie.
Oh.
Oh my God, stop.
Okay, yeah, I'll play an original.
You end the song, and there's a smattering of applause. Sorry, Ryan distracted me for a second. There's a smattering of applause, but most everybody is just kind of really enwrapped as you end.
I'm gonna try and dance with Arneth, actually.
You watch as there are kind of
Oh, yeah.
eyes being dry.
That's my
Sure.
dance.
Sure, I will dance with you.
Sorry, apparently I don't know how to slow dance.
Well,
You
Oh.
step all over his feet.
And he's not wearing shoes, honey. I'm so sorry.
You're just nervous, and you double step on his feet. He endures it.
Hmm.
The song ends, and you watch as people, like I said, there's a quiet applause. There are people who are wiping their eyes, and kind of things like that.
How well do I dance with Archie?
Yeah.
Give me performance checks.
Okay.
Clearly better than us!
Holy shit!
Okay.
This dude took lessons.
So,
Which noble
okay.
ladies were you flirting with?
Okay.
Jesus.
I want everybody who is watching.
Hmm.
I'm gonna let this catch up, and I want you to understand. I'm looking dead at you. Gillet and Callista are like watching a father-daughter dance. It's sweet. It's heartwarming. It's cute. Watching Archie and Arneth is Beauty and the Beast from the ballroom scene.
Wow.
I'm so sorry, Steve.
I love it.
All right.
Done it.
She was just
And then we
she
do
was
the
too
dirty
flabbergasted by
lift
you.
at the very end.
Chief.
Yeah?
I'll let you decide. You gotta draw that though. One of them's got to be in the ball gown.
Well, we all know who's
Your
going to be in the
choice.
ball gown, okay?
Archie.
No.
No applause.
Porque
just
no
roll
los
on it.
dos.
Oh, wow.
They're both in ball gowns.
I will
They're both in the
100%
ball
draw
coat.
that.
Was I the ball gown or you the ball gown? I thought I was the ball gown.
They both show up in the ball gown. Oh, great! Now one of us. is gonna have to change. All right. So,
I love it.
smattering of applause. You watch as the band is actually like standing on their feet, and the guy who was leading it, he's. Now that was well done.
Ninfear seething with jealousy.
Helps you down from the stage.
Thank you.
Oh, it's my pleasure. My name's Huck. Huck. Huck.
Okay, like Huckleberry Finn. Huckleberry.
Not sure who
Will
that
he
is.
be my Huckleberry?
Not
No, I'm
sure
just
what
kidding.
that
Sure what that is.
Hard pass.
It was a joke.
He's not one of them
thank you.
progressive types.
It's not one of the.
No, he's not one of them progressive types. I'm Huck. The tall one's Finn.
Mm.
The one to me right is Rock, and is the orc. He's just.
What a coincidence.
Does he have a lot of facial hair? Please, does he have a lot of facial hair?
Because
No,
you know. Okay.
I mean,
No,
he's got some, but not really.
I have to ask because in one of my campaigns with Ryan, he made a half orc whose name was Rock.
Oh, no, I have no idea.
That's awesome.
I think I'd have died if he had actually had a shit ton of facial hair because his character had a shit ton of facial hair.
No, he doesn't. I mean, he's got
Okay.
a little bit, but it's more like just he hasn't shaved since this morning or since yesterday or something. And the one with the mustache is Starling.
Oh, nice to meet you all. I'm Ian Fear.
Ah, that's a good job you've done up there, Yenfear. You play
Thank
around
you.
here often.
Never. It's been a long time since I played for a crowd.
The first one could tell, but you seem to knock the rust right off. We're all very impressed. Well, if you don't mind, get the fuck off the stage. I gotta get up there and play.
Okay,
And he
sure.
gives you like a good pat on the shoulder, and they all kind of mount up on the stage.
Sweet.
They start kind of tuning instruments again, and you hear the cadence start of the beat for the song, and you watch as Huck yells down at you. He goes, "Hey, if you ever want to play in a group, you can find us. Wharf Rats Jig. We play around here often."
Wharf Rat Jig. To know.
And with that, they kick up a song, and he sings, and it's if you really want to know, it's kind of like late 90s, early 2000, like big band rockabilly kind of sound.
I dig it.
And
I love it.
they're just playing the hell out of it. The rest of the evening passes. There's a few situations where people kind of start to tussle about. quickly broken up by Bernie and the rest of the crew there working around. Night sets in, and you guys, Tilly walks over and says, I'll show you to your rooms. If anything that needs to be cleaned or fixed, repaired, sewn, stitched, otherwise
Not for me,
Press.
but thank you.
ironed.
I'm good, I think. Yeah. For once, I don't have something on my coat.
She kind of looks at Gillett for a second, and she goes, do you wander around without shoes on all the time?
It's comfy.
That's his thing. I'm sorry.
Huh? No skin off my ass. All right. She takes you to the third floor, and there are 2 rooms opposite of each other. One room there, one room over there. That one's got 3 beds. This one over here has 2. I'll let you decide who goes where.
Okay.
Thank you, Tully.
All right. Settle up with Dad in the morning. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
So,
I wrote that Callista and Gillett get those 2 beds. Out of character.
I mean, like,
Out of
it's already
character.
walking into
Out of character.
out of character.
You guys just follow along, whatever.
Well, Callista's gonna slip into that room just because she doesn't know Archie and she doesn't want to be in the same room as Archie to sleep. So she is going into that room and closing the door.
And then I will grab Gillett by the shoulders and kind of just guide him over to that door.
That door that just goes boom.
Well, no, I already walked in.
Okay.
Oh, you walked into the room before the door was shut?
I walked in before even Callista went in. I'm
Yeah,
like,
he was
oh,
the first one in, and
whatever,
then she
yeah.
was in after him.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
gotcha. Okay. The other 3 are across the hall.
Look at those 2 lovebirds.
Oh, I was unaware. That's adorable.
So
They-
so are they.
They have,
So are they.
So are they, honestly.
they have a thing, but they don't know it's a thing yet. It's really complicated.
Young romance. So confusing.
Mhm. Anyway, well, I guess that leaves the one other room for us.
I guess so. Unfortunately, I will not be romancing you. Sorry.
Oh no. Whatever will I do?
I am so let down. Boo-hoo. Your performance netted you a whopping 5 gold pieces
Yeet.
Nice.
Whoa.
total.
And this economy, that is pretty whopping.
Hey, it pays for your room plus a little extra.
Hell
Amen to
yeah.
that.
Alright, I'm going into the room.
Okay. What? Okay. Hold on. No, don't hold on.
You're right there, Jack.
I'm just sorting something out in a different window. Hold on.
All right. You back out for the evening.
I will help Archie out of his armor.
Oh, thank you.
It is a sight. It honestly takes him a good with your help, a good 6 to 7 minutes still trying to just. Actually, no, I'm sorry. That's the other way around. It takes him still a good 3 minutes to get out of the armor. He finally sets the last piece down, and you can see
How do
him
you-
there.
How do you manage this when you're on your own?
It takes maybe twice that amount of time, about 10 minutes, but I manage.
Hmm. Interesting.
I've had armor my whole life, so I've always learned to do things on my own.
It's always nice to have a little help.
I agree. That's why I asked to come with you. Not specifically for you to take my armor off, sorry. Just because everything is better with friends.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yindir is uncontrollably jealous at the moment.
Listen, not everyone.
You're attuning to winter, aren't you?
I'm attuning the fuck to winter, yeah. Like, I'm gonna kill a motherfucker.
Don't fucking try.
Arneth, I have a gift for you.
Oh?
Yeah. And I'll take
Really? What did you get him?
my. This isn't for you.
I love watching friends give each other gifts.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll
calm.
take the I'll take the bracers out of my bag. Yes,
Okay.
friends. And it's like wrapped in a scarf, and I'll just, like hand it over.
Oh, thank you. And I'll
But
I'll start unwrapping it because I'm like, I guess I shouldn't tear this.
I mean, it is a scarf, so.
Yeah. I could do it.
Somebody in the party probably has mend. Okay.
Yeah.
Please don't count on
I do.
probably.
It's like
I do.
you've used it before.
Well, there you go.
All right. Wrapped in the scarf are a set of bracers with a beautiful embossed, they're leather bracers with beautiful embossed emblems of like a bow with the string drawn and an arrow down the length of the bracers.
Oh, you got the bracers for me. No,
What?
I'm just trying to like not look really just like overwhelmed. You can tell. And he'll just like lean over and give him a quick little kiss on the lips. Thank you.
Oh.
You're
What I
welcome.
love though, and everybody go on a trip with me for a second, as nice as the bracers were, my feeling is that Arneth would be like, the scarf's wrapped around the neck already. It's,
my
even if
scarf
it's like too
now.
small, it's like, love this present, it's fantastic.
I mean, I'll take the scarf too.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And I'm still standing right here, right? I'm just like
Yeah.
right next to them, like,
He's just him giving his quick kiss, and as you part, there's just Archie's face.
Even they
You
thought
have
we
to
were awkward.
stare, like,
sorry, I didn't know that this was a thing. I didn't know this is some weird sex cult you're all a part of. Everyone out.
what?
Excuse me?
God.
My love is wholesome and pure.
I get that, but is everyone dating each other?
Sex cult.
I feel like the odd man out now.
Oh, sucks to be you, I guess.
I'm fine. It's just weird. Was this like you guys all hang out because you're all in relationships? Is that why you do this? I don't want
No.
to intercede on anything here.
No.
You're so wholesome. So good. So refreshing.
So pure.
He's
No,
so
when you spend 24 hours a day with people for months at a time, sometimes things happen. That's all. Anyway, I'm going to bed.
Should I get my own room?
No, it's fine.
I can
No.
go for
Good
a
night.
walk If you two need some
No.
No, it's
I don't want to
fine.
interrupt.
I mean, you can use both of the other beds, but
I don't want to interrupt this beautiful thing that you guys are experiencing here.
It's
Lovely.
making it very weird.
It was just a kiss.
I'm going to go to sleep. Good night.
And with that, everyone retires for the evening.
Yeah.
The next morning, there is a knock on the door, and the smell of breakfast wafts up through the floorboard, filling the room. Opening the door is the young dwarven girl from the night before. Breakfast on. Come on. Get fit and decent. Let's go eat.
Be right down.
All right. And she kind of bops off down the way. The plaits from her braids, her hair split and braided, kind of bounce as she goes.
I am passed out. Out cold.
Just dead to the world.
Just arms off, legs off. Just
Ready to go on the bed.
I just
I'll
imagine
go
you laying
over.
face down, your face turned to the side, just legs and arms all off the side of the bed.
Yeah. Best
I'll
sleep
go
that I've
over
had
and-
in a while.
Just like shake him awake. Wake up.
Wake up,
Is
wake up.
it
Breakfast.
morning already?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Before she
Sounds so sad. God damn it.
Yeah, you all slept well. Benefits of a long rest. The door to the other room is conveniently still closed.
Well, I'll get up, start doing my morning starches.
It's morning yoga.
Calisthenics.
Yeah.
Gonna stay limber.
Uh huh.
Of course. All right. Donning your armor again.
Not yet. I'm gonna go down like light shirt and pants just for breakfast.
And it's like it's all muscle underneath this like cloth that just clings to the pecs and the arms, and it's just like, why are you this way? What
Hello, Thor.
What are you doing? He definitely squats. I'm just saying.
And before I head down for breakfast, I do my morning 450 push-ups, 450 sit-ups. I'll be down in about 10.
I will attempt to keep up with him.
I'm just
At
kind of
about,
looking
at
at
about
you like,
50, you're like, nope. Nope.
Can I roll to see how well I do?
Sure. Give me athletics check.
Oh, when I...
Should I as well?
Sure.
wow,
Yeah.
24.
As a matter of fact, you have no problem at all keeping.
Yeah.
In the push-ups, you actually kind of give a couple of one-handed ones, and then you kind of.
Haha, nice.
But then he does you up by doing the diamonds.
Oh, fuck.
Which, if you've never done, those are
Yeah, no,
They're
those
awful.
are hard modes.
they're awful.
That's a
Um,
hard pass.
What? What the
I
hell?
understand.
Now I'm like feeling so awkward, just staring at them
You're
both.
just staring
like,
at them like, don't even stay. I'm pretty sure you're like, yeah.
I'm embarrassed now. Goodbye. Like,
Not gonna stay and enjoy the show?
Would you
I
like
mean,
to
I
join
would
us,
for a
young
couple
beer?
minutes for sure. You know,
No.
Yeah, you could give it a shot.
it's a little
Just
early to be
meat loves
embarrassed.
competing with one another. It's just
Everyone started somewhere. I remember when I was your size.
A twink.
Nice.
Come on, just try like 10. 10 push-ups.
They have to all be with the diamond.
Yeah, but you have to do it this way. Fine.
but you do have to go chest to the ground all the way
I
up.
want to
'cause
die
otherwise-
already. Like, I'm not even doing this for real, and I'm like,
You've already broken out in a sweat. You're
yeah.
Yeah.
You do pretty well. You do several of them. You knock them out.
You haven't
know how you do that?
even had your steak and eggs yet.
Oh, God, that sounds good. Actually,
Oh, man. Damn! Why you gotta say that?
I gotta hit the Waffle House on the way home.
Yeah.
Since I'm
Not
assuming
sponsored.
Dylan is doing his morning prayers in the room.
And his
Prayer / meditations, yeah.
Yeah.
You just need to quietly cross-legged.
Callista is going to sit next to him and do the same.
cute.
Did you
And
just
I'm
say
like-
you?
What? I said cute.
Oh.
That's absolutely not what I heard.
Ew.
Oh my god,
Ew.
affection.
That's Ryan. What Ryan says.
Mhm.
Ew.
Anybody, before you go down to the main room, is there anything that anybody would like to do?
I
Ask
would like
me
to whatever with my bracers.
Oh yeah,
Can't
you.
remember that.
Yeah, I assumed you were team. You only need like a little bit of time with it.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm
you
gonna
would-
wash my face.
Whoa, why?
There's a basin of water. There's a basin and a pitcher of water, so you can do that.
Mm-hmm. Do my patented skincare routine.
Your
20
your herbalism
27
kit
steps.
cannot make a healing potion, but by God, your skin will look fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different kind of muscle that Yenfu is working out.
Arnef will take out his braid, brush his hair,
All right.
braid it back up.
RP out the whole.
We're all getting beautiful.
You
okay?
asked!
You asked!
No, you're right. You're right.
You know,
You eventually make your way downstairs. Breakfast is served, rashers of bacon. There are sausages. There are eggs. There are biscuits. And there are all sorts of wonderful breakfast foods laid out on the table. Making his way over is Bernie. So, did you sleep well then?
very well, thank you.
Excellent. It's good to hear. Good to
I was
hear.
dead to the world.
Supper, drinks, room, breakfast. We'll call everything even at around 6 gold for the lot of you.
Okay.
All right.
I mean,
I'll
we
pay
have...
out of pocket, and I'll give him an extra 2 gold.
Well, thank you. He takes your 2 gold and he hands one to Tilly and the other one to the dwarven girl, whose name you haven't caught yet.
Excuse me, miss, what's your name?
Me. Brianna.
And that was the girl that punched the dude in the face, right? I flip her another 2 coin.
She catches them out of the air.
No, he went. No,
You did.
No!
I want to hear
No!
the clap back.
We're losing you.
Come back, Cap.
And Cap, we
Don't
lost
go to
audio.
the light.
So how y'all doing tonight?
Great, how are you?
I'm tired. I worked 2 full days. It was not
I
fun.
lost audio. I apologize.
It's okay. I gave her
After
the coin.
he laughed, I lost everything.
Oh,
Replay on that clap back.
I can't. So, where would you like to go, party? You have a couple of things to look into.
I don't remember which one I had. Oh, I had the vermin extermination in the mine.
Vermin extermination and the warehouse.
The warehouse. Yeah. Yeah.
The south wall in the wharf area.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then you also had another one for clearing out ruffians and thugs in the West Walls district.
I
Which one
vote we
is
do that
closer?
one.
Say again?
Really want... Which one is closer?
Oh, from where you're at, they're kind of equidistance. Because you're closer to the eastern edge of the the town center. And so you would have to go south or west, and either way it's going to be about the same.
Archie, you wanted to beat some ruffians up?
Sounds better than rodent extermination, does it not?
I suppose.
Sure.
All right. Heading back towards the western district, you come across the town center. You come across a cart that appears to have lost a wheel. You watch as several individuals, dwarves, humans, and tabaxi. Some of the dwarves and tabaxi and the humans are wearing the guards' outfits, and they're all struggling to kind of get the cart back up and get the wheel back on. You see a couple of men there with hammer pegs and some of the wheels with the metal bindings on there. Clearly, they are Wainwrights of some sort, and they're all working to get there. As they see you come across, one of them hollers over at Archie and asks for his help. You look a strapping lad. Come here and help us out here.
Of course.
You get this side here, we get the other side. We'll lift this thing up and get the wheel on, right? All right.
All right, I go and lift it up.
Okay.
What could go wrong?
All right, you go ahead and lift it up and give me an athletics check, please. Or if you do not have athletic strength.
I believe I do.
Can I help?
Yeah. Give him advantage if you'd like.
Yes.
All right, that is enough. You guys lift the cart up on there. As you all are watching, I would like for Maddie, Jack, and Steve, I'd like for Callista, Yenfear, and Gillet to give me perception checks, please.
It's just that kind of night.
First crit on perception I've ever gotten.
I'm just standing there fanning myself, watching Archie and Arneth go like, whew.
You guys lift the cart up, and you watch as quickly the two men working the wheel get it in there. You watch as one of them drives the peg in, keep securing the wheel in place. The guards back up. You watch as the cart driver climbs back up onto the cart, gives it a yap, and starts off down the road with the cart. As this is going on, there's a large crowd that's gathered up to watch the proceedings. People are coming and going, so it's not like a huge group is milling about, but there's still enough there. You watch as a small boy is flitting amongst the crowd. Callista, as you're standing there, you feel kind of someone bump into you. He looks up and apologizes. Sorry about that, miss. You see a halfling. Clean shaven, short hair. He kind of gives you a wink and a smile and starts to pop off. What Callista missed, Jack, you, Yenfear, and Gillet watch as he's walking away, whistling, and he's tossing something in his hand as he does it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go after him.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna... Okay, you're following after him. He kind of looks over his shoulder for a second. Gives you a wink. And then it's going to be a dexterity check from Jack, or from Yenfear, and from Gillet. I will say you can give me acrobatics or athletics, whichever one you would choose.
Just a straight check.
Yeah, just straight check. Dude, what is with you? Roll. A crit on perception, a crit on acrobatics.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, he darts down the alleyway as he sees you coming after him, trying his best to get out from your slip.
Can I see him still? Like, is he in my line of sight?
Yeah, hang on just 1 second here. No, he darts around the corner. I rolled a 19 on mine, so he darts around the corner, but Gillet, who bounds past you, hits the edge of the building with his foot and kind of kicks off of it and heads down the alleyway so you can see where he's going. Gillet, he's trying to dart in and around things, moving quickly, but you are keeping your eyes right on him. You're locked on target. Archie, Arneth, all of a sudden you watch as Gillet and Yenfear just bolt down the alleyway. Or bolt down the road down an alleyway. You're not sure where they're going. They're just running flat out.
They left.
Callista, you have a first-hand view on this. You just watch as they take off running.
Do we follow?
The three of you are like, what the
fuck?
Yeah, let's go after them. And I'll run off.
All right. Give me a perception check.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Whoever's following those two.
Ooh.
Well, we are rolling good tonight.
Because
10, a 7. What's Archie got?
My sheet keeps closing.
Jack and Steve are
Closing it on accident.
sucking up all the good rolls.
Yeah.
I guess.
At last.
The throng
yeah.
pushing through here at the town center is great. And for a second, you lose sight of your friends, but not for very long as you watch Yenfir, brightly colored as he is against the most mundane colors of everybody else, bolts left down an alleyway.
All right, I will continue to pursue.
All right.
Hot pursuit.
You watch Gillett as you are on his heels. You are moving faster than he is. You get within range. You can try to grab him if you like to. I'd like for you to give me. It's going to be your athletics versus his acrobatics.
All right.
You reach out and go to grab his vest, and he tries to slip out, but you twist your hand in the collar of his shirt and yank him from his feet, which are kind of kicking. Ah! All right, let go. You've got me. You've got me. All right, Gov. Let me go. I'll return the gold. Look, here it is. Here, take the gold and let me go. Yenfir, you catch up to Gillett, who has this halfling hoisted in the air.
Give back what you took.
Happily. And he takes the coin and drops it into your hand. Said, right as rain. You can put me down now, and I'm going to go about my business. And we'll call it a day.
I'm going to shake a little bit more, see if anything else falls out.
He rattles. He chink when you do that.
Mm-hmm.
Empty your pockets.
He has like a cap on, like one of the, the
newsboy. Yeah,
like the peak caps on. As you shake him, the hat, punk, 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 and you hear rattling in his pockets and stuff. It takes the rest of you, a few seconds to catch up, but you can see Gillett holding this halfling in the air. He has a vest which has patches here and there on it. Otherwise, it was once like brightly colored, but is faded. Underneath there, he has what was once white, but is now kind of faded to a gray color, and the sleeves are rolled up. His breeches have patches on the knees, and they are a worn, supple leather. And his shoes are short shoes that cover just about the ankle, and you can see he has hosiery on underneath those. As he kind of stops and you hand the money over to her pouch back to Callista. Look.
Everything there.
Callista?
Sorry, what?
He hands you back your pouch.
Everything there?
She's gonna dig through it, and yeah, everything's there.
You give him that rattle, and he... All right, look, I gave you what was yours. You let me go. We'll be on our way. Call it even. Squaresies.
So you seem to be under the impression you're in charge of this transaction.
Look, Gov, I've capitulated to what you've asked of me so far. You said to give back what was yours, and I've given you back what was yours. Now you can let me go, right?
I mean, who's to say?
I feel that this is not a transaction that's going to go the way that I hope it would be.
Funny how that works.
You would be correct
right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then. Let's make another deal. You let me go, and I won't tell me mates who you are.
How about... How tall was that wall when we came in?
You're talking about the wharf?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus. Like, the wall is only like 20 feet high, but you've got to remember that it's built on the side of a cliff on this river.
I know.
Makes the total from the top of the wall to the bottom about 60 feet.
Mm-hmm. Sounds about right.
Just fucking throw him like a fucking football.
This bitch empty.
This bitch empty.
How about we empty out and see if you bounce?
Oh, yeah. See, that's not going to work for me. So, right. How about this then? You put me down. We call it a day, and I won't steal from you and your kin anymore.
I have a lot of kin.
No, I meant this lot here. I don't know about
Mm,
your mates here.
I don't like changing deals mid-deal.
Well, seeing as we have not struck a deal, I don't think we've come to a deal. So we're still in the midst of negotiation, is what we like to call this. I'm not sure if he knew to this. Is he new to all this? Who speaks for this one?
It's funny that he keeps talking, thinking he
does.
has control.
He's kind of like turning, like in there.
Mayonnaise. Oh my god. Oh, dude. I just got the worst idea. Okay.
Chinese water torture, but with mayonnaise?
Yeah!
Awful.
That's
Just hold him
gross.
down and just
Awful.
put a whole bunch of mayonnaise in.
That's
Drip.
disgusting.
Drip.
Gross. That's fucking nasty.
Slather a cloth and mayonnaise and put it over his face.
Yep.
Waterboarded with mayonnaise.
God.
Okay. No
All right,
lie.
all right.
So there's a great kids show on YouTube called Blippi, and it's educational and stuff, and it's not insipid, so it's actually fun to watch. But there was one where he was outside, like talking about being on the water on a jet ski and things, and he's like, "Yeah, the production crew gave me this great sunscreen, and it's a packet of Hellman's mayonnaise," and he's like rubbing it on his
Oh my god.
sunscreen. And as I watched it, I went, "It's Florida. It's hot. Huh? Oh god." Huh. Oh.
Ew, that is so
Oh.
gross.
I know immediately he wiped it off, and there's just that part of me in the back of my head that goes, "Oh." Anyways,
Okay.
so we're still negotiating then, aren't we? You're gonna let me go, right?
No. Empty your
Alright.
pockets.
Whoa.
No.
Are we robbing this guy? I'm here, right?
Yeah, everybody's
Are we
dead.
robbing this child now?
No, we are
It's
simply
Robin.
returning that to everyone else that he's stolen from.
And how
Let me
exactly will
ask
you
you
locate
something else.
those that the
Aw,
money
man.
he has belonged to?
We could always
How do
turn
you
it
know
in for
who
the
this
guard or
belongs to?
something.
How do you know it's it mine? And now you're giving me the shakedown. That's not right.
Well, we can always find out.
I don't know what you're talking about. All of this belongs to me. It's all mine. I've had it on me the whole time.
All right, young sir, please. I do not wish for this to escalate any further than it already has. I'm going to ask you, are the rest of the goods that you have on yourself yours? And know this, if you're lying to me, I'll know, and if I know, it will escalate.
Give me a deception check.
You're doing great, sweetie.
He looks at you for a second.
Sorry, Kat. Before
Bollocks.
you keep going, can I cast suggestion on him?
Ooh.
You may.
And the suggestion is that he turns over everything to us because he stole it all from us. Knowing
Wisdom
like,
saving throw?
just because she's been very aware of how zealotous Archie seems to get. So if the guy says, yes, no, it was all your stuff and I will give it all back, then Archie should relax.
Is that a wisdom saving throw?
It is indeed.
Yes. What's the DC on that?
16.
Oh, you're right, love. I've totally forgotten this is all yours. Sorry about that. And he starts to empty his pockets and starts putting everything in Archie's hand. And he's got like a pouch, and there's a belt. There's like, it's just, some of it makes sense. Some of it you're like,
This is
What
definitely
the
not
fuck?
mine.
Clearly, guys,
Several
clearly more than
incriminating things.
just thief. He's like also a klepto. Like,
He's unloading this, takes his hat off, and he empties out like a candlestick that's made out of silver. Maybe it's pewter. Not sure. He just drops it in your hand, puts the hat back on. Sorry about that. Sometimes I don't know what comes over me. Honestly.
Well, no harm, no foul.
Yeah. So you're gonna put me down then, right?
No, now you have to swear you'll never do it again. And if you lie, I'll know.
Give me a deception check again.
you need to work on your
Now
dad
this
voice.
time I'm gonna say bollocks to that. I don't think you'll know it all. But I promise you I won't do it again, at least not in your sight. And not to any of you guys.
All right, well,
That didn't go in my favor at all.
I don't know if I really believe you on that one.
Archie,
Honest.
we've
Yes?
gotten all of our items back. We should just let him go. We've gotten what we need.
Yes, but I need to know that he'll reform. So I'm gonna cast Zone of Truth
Oh no.
on us all.
Is that a
Oh,
wisdom
God.
saving throw?
It is a charisma saving throw. Don't worry, Callisto.
Charisma saving throw.
My DC is not very high.
What is your DC?
Let me see here. It would be math.
Is it lower? Or is it higher than a 22?
Let me double check.
Yeah, it's lower than it.
Good to know.
Did you roll a 20?
Thank you, Lord. Okay.
Gillet, you also have to give us that charisma saving throw.
Oof.
And I choose to fail the saving throw.
Okay.
Now, I can tell. Hold on. You know whether. Oh, I know if he succeeds or fails. Did he succeed?
You do know. He did succeed.
What was the DC, sorry?
Like 12 or something. Hold on. Let me read.
So the only person out of the group that
Gillet.
Gillet.
Gillet,
Keep
other
your mouth
than
closed,
Archie,
man.
chose to fail.
13. It's 13.
13.
Yeah.
Although it's not really,
Charmed.
it's not a charm.
Hmm.
Mm.
What is it?
You're not charmed. It's an abjuration.
abjuration.
spell, so.
Oh, okay. Well, never
Oh
mind.
no, sorry. I didn't punch it in properly. It's enchantment.
Oh, is it enchantment?
Yeah.
Okay. Still not a charm though.
Hmm.
But it's all right because he's not asking you anything. He's talking to the halfling, and
Right.
you do know that he succeeded. He is not affected by your spell.
Now, young sir, that was rude.
He gives you a wink. Of course.
I can only do that so many times per day. So to make me waste one is very not nice.
Hi, Mr. Archie. I have a blade of truth that you might have for good use of using in this time in
We are
particular.
not going to stab this poor young man.
No, just if you hold
Tell
it
the truth. It's funny how you stab them and they want to just confess.
Tell the truth.
As long as you quit
I
stabbing
played
them,
truth too.
and just keep confessing.
You just stab him and then you go, "Are you dead?" Yeah, he's telling the truth.
Yeah.
Stab him. Did that hurt? Yes. Telling the truth.
It works.
He's being truthful. I think we can trust him.
Let me see this amazing blade you speak of.
And I hand it over.
Well, this is
Go
wonderful.
ahead. Say my skin is blue.
I'm under my own zone of truth, so I couldn't say that either way.
Callista's gonna
Have
hold
him
her
say
hand
it.
out for the knife, because you would know that she succeeded on this the resistance to the zone of truth.
Hmm.
And she holds the blade, and then attempts to say that Gillet's skin is blue, and she can't.
Skin is not blue.
Hmm. Now I'm going to assume you're not playing a game on me, Callista.
I don't play games.
Well, that's very boring. You should. They're fun sometimes.
You are
All right.
so difficult to read. Anyway, just a moment. And
That's
she's
because
just
I'm not a book.
she is let's see, would she actually do that? Give me a second.
And I'm gonna be going over to the guy, just like. "Do-do-do-do-do."
She kind of flips the knife in her hand a little bit and then just reaches out and lays it against the side of his face.
Whoa.
She doesn't stab him,
Callista.
doesn't cut him, just lays it against the side of his face.
Blade or the hilt?
The blade.
Okay.
And then says,
Callista.
ask him your question.
That's not very nice.
Ask him your question.
I don't want to do this under threat of death.
I'm not
I'm
threatening.
terrified,
I'm not.
and I don't like. I'm terrified. I don't like having this knife
We're
here,
not
and I'm
gonna
about to
hurt
take it
you.
away myself. Where did
I'm
that
not-
come
The poor young boy is terrified. Put the knife away. Give me the knife.
Archie, I'm not threatening him with it. Ask him.
He's got-
You
Knife up to
can't
my
lie while holding the knife, Callista.
I'm not. That's why she can say that. She's not
Okay,
threatening him with
alright.
it. She says, I'm just holding it against his skin so that the effects of the knife take effect on him.
Use the blunt end.
What are the effects of the knife? I'm
Fine.
really scared.
And she flips the knife in her hand and then holds the hilt of the blade against his face.
Better. Now, young sir, we're not going to hurt you. Have you ever committed murder?
No.
Good. Then you are not past the point of redemption. Are you ever going to steal again?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Ooh, what? Why did I say that?
See,
Of
now you
course I'm
can
not.
lie.
Of course I'm going to steal again. Oh Lord, I'm going to stop talking now.
You probably should, but probably not. Also, I've never really done this before. Be good. You crime.
Oh, thank you, Ryan.
I'm so glad that came back.
No. Because as terrified as I am of the situation that I'm in right now, I'm really terrified of the individual that I work for. Because as much as he may hold this knife up to me, he's going to absolutely murder me, skin me alive. And really, who wants a skinless halfling? There's not much call for him.
Who do you-
Why am I talking so much?
Yeah, perhaps a
Who do you
delicacy in a
work
distant
for?
land.
What?
Who do you work for? It's okay, you can tell us. We won't hurt you.
Actually, you
know
kind of
what
have.
I'm so kind of terrified. I can't stop myself from telling the truth.
Okay, you'll feel better once you do.
All right, his name is Boris Bulger.
always
B-O-L-G-R,
Boris?
Bulger.
Whew, what a name!
Oh man!
All right. I won't be forgetting that one.
They also call him Boris the Bludgeon.
Huh.
Boris Bulger or Boris the Bludgeon?
Yeah, Boris, B-O-L-G-E-R. The first name B-O-R-I-S, Boris Bulger. Last name, or he's also referred to as Boris the Bludgeon.
Well, that's a name.
Well, if we deal with this man, will you stop committing crime?
Probably not, because it's really all I'm good at. I'm really, really, really good at it normally.
You have very quick fingers. Have you ever thought of getting into tinkering?
No, because no. I have no idea why. No. Criminal. That's me. Look at me.
You
Criminal.
You would make a great dishwasher.
I don't want to be a dishwasher. They don't make any money. I've made quite a living making myself as a criminal.
Good dishwashers make good money.
I think you're full of shit, really.
And that's the truth.
Where can we find this Boris?
Well, you see, he's in the West Wall district. You're gonna look for a 3-story building. It's the tallest one there. You can't miss it. There's gonna be several people waiting outside of the walls or outside of the doors of it, just kind of milling about, looking like nothing going on. But trust me, they're all there as plants. There is God. They're just gonna keep an eye on anything that comes up for you. Oh God, I'm gonna have to disappear. I'm gonna have to leave here. I wonder what Lanceport's like this time of year, but it's beautiful.
It is.
Full of guards.
What? What?
Definitely
you
go to
say,
Landsport. I said full of guards.
Full of guards, yes. Of course. Of course. Are any of them on Boris's take? No, because I don't know who Boris is, because Boris operates out of Silverhaven, not out of Landsport. Is there any criminal activity in Landsport that I can get myself into? Of course there is. I'm sure there is.
Calm
Please
down.
take this dagger away.
We've taken care of that too.
Oh. Bollocks. All right. Are you going to take the knife away? Because I really don't like that knife at all.
Not yet. If we deal with this Boris and then set you up, will you get out of crime?
Set me
Not
up.
set you up like financially.
You're going to set me up financially, then, eh?
If you swear to never crime again.
I just want to know how you're going to set me up financially.
I have a very wealthy family.
Oh, well, why didn't you say so in the first place? I would have kidnapped you and then taken ransom. Gee, what is wrong with me?
You would not be able to take me for ransom, trust me.
Do you
Not
see
you
the
would
Not
size
by
of him?
myself. Huh?
Do you see the size of him?
Not by myself, of course. I'm not an idiot. Yeah, I see the size
And
of
then-
him. He's
Do you
huge.
see the size of those two? And she's gonna point at
And I
Gillett and
flex my
Arnett.
muscles. Oh, not those two.
Gillett, who is still holding him up in the air. Hi.
Huh, hello. I'm not an idiot. I
Yeah,
wouldn't do it by
Little
myself.
wave.
That one seems rather nice.
Oh, he's the worst one of the lot.
I feel like you're lying.
Oh wait, shit!
There's no
I can't
way you
say
can
that.
say that.
I can't say that. Shit.
Can't I can't lie. But I
Yeah, you
can
can.
No,
definitely
you
say
can.
Yeah.
You can.
Can
you,
I?
you passed the
Yeah,
saving
yeah.
throw.
And you're not holding the knife. You can tell
That's
as many
fair.
lies as you would normally.
Okay, I'll just lean in and I'll be like, he's crazy. Want some? Rip an animal's head right off the body. Eat it.
And wear it like a hat.
Do I hear this?
Give me an insight check.
Okay.
Actually, give me a perception check. Sorry.
Okay. Perception.
Give me a deception check, please, Jack.
Just
I rolled an at 20.
fucker.
He looks
Damn.
at you. You don't hear what is said, but you can tell that something's being whispered and you're being pointed at. And you watch as the little guy who you're holding in the air goes, Nah. You're full of shit.
I tried.
It is the,
Can we?
it is the
please?
quiet ones that you should watch out for. And that's
I
not.
don't
a
know.
lie.
I saw
That's
this
not a
one.
lie.
I don't know. It could be all types. I mean, I saw this one, and he points over to Yenfer, jumped directly into a gelatinous cube once.
Which is not a lie. You're correct. I don't
Yeah.
feel like any of you. To be perfectly
Yeah.
honest. Come on,
That's the
again.
dumbest thing I've ever heard. Why would you do that?
It was really dumb.
Can
I
you
say
let
this
me
as the
go
first
now,
apple
please?
out.
Oh no, see, like Sir Archie said, you must promise to not commit crime anymore. And we haven't heard such a promise leave your lips.
Because I'm not gonna make such a promise.
Now, back to what I said before. If I set you up for life, would you?
How are you gonna set me up for life? You're gonna give me money every day?
I will give you a small sum for which to get a good business started.
Oh, okay. A good business, like running a crime organization. I like the idea of this. I tell you what, that's a great idea. You knock off Boris, I'll take his place.
No,
That sounds like a fantastic idea to me.
Archie,
it's a horrible idea.
Archie, why don't we just turn him into the guard?
He's just a young kid. Doesn't know better.
He's a halfling.
Um,
He's a fully grown man.
Technically, I'm about 40 years old.
Oh,
40 and halfling years.
well then, yeah. Let's take him to the guard.
You literally thought you were dealing with a child this entire time.
Of course.
Archie probably would have thought that was a child.
Until he's like, I'm 40 years old.
Oh, well then to the guard with you,
Ah,
To the
jackass.
guard with you then.
of course. I knew that. I was testing you. Wait, I can't lie. I had absolutely no idea.
Part
Okay,
of me
well,
still kind of wants to see if he'll bounce, but I will take him to the guard.
All right.
and me
Oh.
without my shackles because I'm not playing Annalise anymore. But hey,
Okay,
at least we got all his stealings.
Mm-hmm.
At which point, Callista is going to remove the knife from the side of his face and go look over for her missing items as she stops holding onto the damn knife. She actually hands it back to Gillet. Oh, hang on. Did we lose audio on Cap, or is it just me? Fuck. Hang on. Oh, there we go. I'm back.
Hey!
Ah.
All right. Yay!
Yes, so I'm gonna hand the knife
Who
back to
cast
Gillet.
silence?
I'm gonna hand the knife back to Gillet,
Okay.
and then I'm going to start looking through the stuff to see what I would like to claim was mine.
And
All
I will
right.
hand the halfling over to Archie, because
Oh, thank you.
higher up, and you will know what to do with him.
I'm just gonna hold him by the scruff.
He weighs next to nothing. You just kind of got him. He's
Are
again.
you sure you're not a child?
I told you I'm 40 years old. He tries to kick it. Put me
Miraculous
down, you damned tin can.
I will put you down in the stockade.
You know, I don't like you much.
That's fine. I never liked you.
That's just hurtful. You never really got to know me.
It's true. What's your name?
I'm gonna
Vincent.
Go
Vincent. What a great name.
My name's Vincent.
And where do you come from, Vincent?
Oh, I come from a city called Nunya. Nunya damn business.
Wow. What country is that in?
Oh
Oh
my.
my god, this guy's gonna
He,
get hit.
he
with-
kind of like tries to kick and turn so he can see one of you goes, is he putting me on?
No, I'm holding you up.
I would very much like to know where Nanya is as well.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Arnett.
Does that
Arnett,
tower
that's
go
not
all the way to the
real.
top then, does it?
Callista is just gonna stash all the stuff in her pack and just kind of start pushing Archie towards the guardhouse.
Are we
All
going
right.
to Nunya?
No,
No,
we're going to the guard's place.
Archie,
and
we
dropping
have
this
shit
guy
to
off.
do.
Can you still throw me over the wall?
Would you like to find out?
I mean, we
Sure.
can if you want.
Sure. It means not having to be in the arms of this idiot, yeah.
That's rude.
Throw me over the wall.
Just
What, I'm
seems
not
like you
wrong.
Haven't get to know me.
Give me the dagger. I tell you the truth, you're an idiot.
Oh, let's just drop him off. He's boring me already.
Yes, please.
Fine. All right, fine. I could show you where Boris is. I could show you a secret way in.
Ooh.
Sure.
We would still take you to prison.
I
Or-
highly doubt
Or,
that.
and hear me out on this one. I take over Boris's operation.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
I use it to clean up the place, if you will.
Crime never cleans
I
up
turn all of
anything.
his little spies and little hands and his rats, and maybe we do take from them what have to spare, and we put it towards them what ain't got not to spare.
I do not believe a word of that.
Repeat all of that again, but put the dagger on him.
No. How many, let's say, days do you think it will be before the Adventurers Guild will take out a writ on you and will be the ones taking it?
Let's say, and then we could have a bit of an agreement that you and yours let me continue to operate within the bounds of the agreement that we have upon here, where I take and do the right things for people. Of course, taking my cut off the top because, I've got to feed these mouths of all these little rats and spies and hands. But for the rest of it, it goes, to the people's what needs it. What do you say? That's a good idea, right? Look, I'll even hold the dagger for you.
I say
Well,
you're lucky that Archie's
I'll
holding
let
it.
her
That'd be
put the
walking
dagger
towards the
on.
wall right now.
Or you could do that too, but that garners no one nothing.
It gets me a good time.
Oh, come on. Look, big dummy. You seem like the kind that's reasonable, if long as spoken to in the proper manner, and I apologize for calling you a big dummy. If you put me down,
Oh, sorry. What are you talking to me? I wasn't
Yeah,
paying attention.
I'm talking
What
to
did
you.
say?
How do you find this one?
He found us.
He found us, yes.
That
I'm
makes
very
sense.
good at finding things.
I don't even need to hear the
Fell
rest of
for
the
it.
story,
Are
and that
you a
makes
Hufflepuff?
He's a Hufflepuff, yeah.
I don't even need to hear the rest of the story, and I know that makes sense. All right, look. One last appeal.
What are we peeling?
I've got a family. I'm just trying to take care of me and mine.
Oh my god, no you don't.
How do you know?
Should we put that dagger back on him?
I mean, I could just
No,
stab him
no,
with
it's okay. You don't need to put the dagger on. Trust me. I wouldn't lie to you. I'm not in a position to lie.
Yes, you would.
Yes, you are.
Bend it off the ground and
What is
throw
the
it
lying
over the
position?
wall.
Is that like lying down?
Archie.
Oh, jeez. This one is a dummy. All right, look. You've threatened to throw me over the wall, right?
We wouldn't actually do that.
If I get thrown over the
He
wall,
wouldn't actually do that.
I can't be here for my
Felix.
family.
We.
No,
Look, buddy, you're the one who cast truth on me. Look,
Oh, I didn't mean to hit you with it. Sorry.
You know what? I take it all back. Go ahead. Lock me up.
Okay.
Lock
Okay.
me up. That's fine. Lock me up. If that's what it takes to get this idiot to put me down, please lock me up. I don't even care anymore.
well,
It's not worth it all.
I mean, you'll probably be dead in a few days anyway.
What? No.
That's
I
a
mean,
bit harsh, don't you
Crime for
think?
theft isn't death.
I don't think Boris the Bludgeon is going to take too kindly to you telling us where to find him.
Well, we're going to take him out, so we won't do anything about it.
I did that
we
under
might be kind of
duress.
slow with that.
Look,
No,
now,
I would rather be very quick.
I was coerced into giving up that location.
You told us the
Did that
truth.
on my own.
There was no
I
coercion
don't think
at
he
all.
cares about that.
Great. Now I'm gonna die, and I can't even get a good deal out of this situation. I hope you're all happy with yourselves.
Don't worry, young sir. I'll make sure. Or sorry, you're not young, right? I will make sure you
Well, I
won't
mean,
die.
technically by halfling standards, I'm pretty young. I mean, I'm not old. All right, fine. If that's what we're gonna do, then let's get it over with. You can at least put me down now.
Nope.
I got rather used to carrying you. I enjoy. Your
I would
company now. Vince.
like for you to give me an athletics check, please.
Ooh.
This boy's going to try and run.
He tries to spin his body up and like kick out of your hands with his feet, out of his feet, And you kind of see it coming and shake your hand, and he kind of flops around for a second.
I'm gonna hold him by the ankle instead.
That was a bad idea. I'm gonna be sick. Okay. I'm gonna puke on your shoes, you like prick.
All right. Well, we have things to do, so can we just dump this poor guy off?
Let's go.
All right. Taking him to the nearest guards you can find, which there are some patrolling the downtown district, which is where you kind of are still. You see two tabaxi that are walking together. They've got on their shoulder the pauldron that marks them as part of the guard. You bring them over, and they kind of look at you for a second.
Here you go. I got a crime for you.
Why are you getting that man upside down?
He's a criminal.
Oh, well, in that case. And you watch as one of them grabs him by the scruff and says, "This is humiliating. Could you please put me down?" Which he puts him down. They slap. They have irons they kind of put on him, and they march him away.
He's very, very squirmy. So keep the locks on.
Are you keeping an eye on him, or are you just letting him go?
Oh, I trust the guard.
Okay.
Biggest mistake of my life.
The biggest mistake of your life?
You sure about that?
You hear from as they get through the crowd, you hear, "Hey, wait, come back!" And you watch as they're chasing somebody through the crowd. There's a step for one of the buildings. You watch as the little halfling climbs to the step, looks at you, and then disappears into the crowd again.
Oh, you. He's a quick one.
That's not the appropriate reaction to that.
I will get him next time.
There's
a sleight of hand, like 25. His sleight of hand was a natural 20. So he was like,
damn.
Wow. All right.
All right. You do know kind of where you're looking for the hideout. If you would like to try to find it, make your way to the West Wall district, shoving through. The people thin out as you go. A lot of this area is filled with what you would expect to see in kind of a ghetto or slums. There's people just kind of milling about. You see the buildings here. Some of them are boarded up windows. Some of them are open. Some of them look like, they're kind of falling in on themselves. When you returned Kara to Calliope, they were at the edge of the West Wall. So their house was still kind of new, but it was still falling down on itself. But this place seems to be just full of abandoned places. As you're making your way down closer to the edge of the wall, I would like for everyone to give me perception checks. A 16, a 20. Ryan is a 21. Chief a 9. All right, Jack is 17. Good deal. Looking through Arneth, this is a heartbreaking sight. These people should have more. There's plenty in this town. They should be able to do more.
Yeah.
And it just kind of breaks your heart, and you're paying more attention to watching the people in the streets. Gillett and Yenfir. You see several buildings with people milling outside in large groups.
Are any of them 3 stories tall?
Not that you can see, but as you're walking along Callista and Archie, it's not necessarily the 3-story building that catches your attention. It's the people that are milling about outside, who every once in a while you watch as they kind of carefully watch up and down the street. I lost my camera. Did everybody lose my audio, or am I still there?
Audio's
Still got
good.
your audio.
Okay, just the camera. All right, give me 1 second. You watch as their heads turn left and right every once in a while, looking like they're keeping an obvious watch out here and there. Okay, we're back.
That's a hideout if I ever saw one.
What's more to that point is that you both notice that a lot of them carry what appear to be like a length of chain somewhere on their uniform or their clothes, about yay long, made out of thin metal, like thin metal links, like a lady's bracelet, but about that long, and it looks rusted or tarnished. And you notice that all the people standing outside of that building have that.
Did our halfling friend have that?
He did indeed. It was one of the items that he pulled out of his pocket.
How useful.
Callista is going to go into her pack to go find that length of chain.
Okay, you find it. It is a length of chain. On one end of it, it has a pin clasp that looks like it could fit into clothing and then a lock, so it holds it into place. The other end has what appears to be, like, it's not a point like a needle, but it has a kind of a point to it, and it looks like you could screw something onto it. So it looks like something could screw onto it.
Perhaps like a pocket watch?
Or something along those lines, yeah.
Okay.
But they all have these lengths of chain. You now have one in your hand. What are you going to do with said length of chain?
I should go and pretend to be one of those criminals.
I'm sure that you would fit right in.
I don't think you'd suit there.
Archie, no one is going to believe it.
I was told that I put on a great performance when I was 12 and put on a school play.
You know, I don't doubt that, but I think right now.
Here, let me set the scene for you. Dark bar. I walk up, shining armor, flowing blonde hair. Hello, fellow criminals. Would you like to crime?
You know, that's very convincing, but I have a little bit more experience with this, so I'm going to disguise myself.
Would you kids like some of the drugs? I would like 1 marijuanas, please.
1 marijuana. I have several marijuanas in my cloak.
I would never ask for drugs.
All right.
I have a little more experience. I'll disguise myself to not look like a fucking peacock. Yes. Absolutely, the inner Buscemi. So I don't know.
Cooling
I'll
and
just
awing the entire time.
look like a generic criminal. Number 5 generic background criminal.
I'd go with 3.
So you're going to fucking look like Aethlin?
Yeah. That's the default criminal.
The default criminal?
I mean, isn't that what happened when we were infiltrating last time?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually. So
All right,
sure.
So you disguise self. You take the length of chain with you.
I don't actually know how any of this goes. I just like pretend that I know what I'm doing.
Callista is going to set up that chain exactly like she sees the others wearing it to make sure that it's not going to get tipped off by it not being in the right position.
They don't seem to have a way that they wear it. Everybody seems to have it different. One of them has it like on his arm. One of them has it on his waistband, like on his pants. One of them seems to have it just like clipped and then tucked back into the pocket of the vest that he's wearing.
Okay, then she's gonna make sure that it's at least visible on whatever Yennefer is wearing.
Okay.
Hey guys, I have a question.
Yes.
What's the plan?
That's a great question. I don't know.
Like,
I didn't.
you look
Moving on.
amazing, Yennefer, but what are we,
Young romance.
what are we doing? What's happening?
I mean, we could pretend to have you get in a fight with Archie here, and then, you know, they
I'd love
take
to
you
fight
back to, get you all patched up.
Handling this
then-
Boris
I don't
fellow.
know. Open the door. Let us in.
Do we intend to murder him?
Probably.
Bring him to the authorities.
I mean-
we will bring him to the authorities.
We'll see how it goes.
I would,
Okay.
I would like to have this down before someone gets hurt.
Yes, it's always good to plan before you go into a scenario.
Mhm.
How about, we see if there's anyone in this area that would be telling us more about the thugs that we're supposed to take care of, and maybe see if, like, these are related to the people, and maybe we'll be able to actually do one of our adventuring writs for this.
Great.
You know, find a
So-
contact.
You do that. I'll waltz in there and I'll just scope out the place for you guys. How about
And-
that?
And as
That
much
sounds
as I like to help people, I'm getting kind of tired of losing friends.
You've lost friends before. I'm sorry, Oneth.
Yeah.
We have.
Everything will be
Death
fine.
can be hard to handle.
Mm.
Oh, one of them's not dead.
Neither of them are, technically.
Oh.
Wow. Well, true, but Callista wouldn't know about Annalise.
Some fates are worse than death.
This is true.
It'll be fine.
I'm gonna give Ian Fair a quick hug and make sure I don't mess up his makeup as
All
I'm
right.
doing this. I'll let
Aw.
him go.
Okay. I'm
All
going
right.
to walk over there like a criminal. Grr. Like-
Got a swagger in his step.
Our fucking cover is gonna get blown
Oh, yeah.
right
Yo,
fucking
yo,
Give me a
here.
deception check with advantage, but give me a deception check, please.
Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god.
Snake eyes.
um
I can't help you with
Yeah.
that.
20
Well, I said you have advantage, so yeah, it's
Yeah.
26.
yeet.
Okay. They
Well,
look at you suspiciously on account of not knowing who you are, but they see the chain.
I'll just kind of I'm just trying to I'm like imagining this in my head. I'm like this is so stupid. But I'll try to like give him a glare like what are you looking at sort of thing and push past even though like totally not my personality but like whatever. Let's go with it.
You were
Easy
tuned to
on
winter.
that.
This is absolutely your personality.
Mm.
That's fair.
Easy on the eyes, eh? Easy on the eyes. One of them steps in front, kind of a burly looking human, patchy facial hair kind of growing here and there. He leans down and looks at you. Reckon you know what you're here for.
Yes.
Why don't you
Yeah.
share with me?
I have business with Boris.
Maybe Boris don't have business with you, though.
Well, is that any of your business? Who are you?
You don't know who I am. I
Well,
don't know who you are. What makes you think I want to let you inside here?
I have the chain, don't I?
Yeah. That's interesting. You do have the chain. I still don't change the fact that I don't know who you are.
Well, I guess your
I
memory is
think it's
bad.
a good idea then that we go see Boris. Don't you think so?
Mm-hmm.
He reaches out this meaty paw of a hand and kind of puts it on your back right here. He opens the door and gives you a not so gentle shove into the room.
I'm so fucking dead. Oh man. Okay.
I
I
don't
am
want to
going
lose
to
any more
just,
friends. Immediately gets killed.
just as I'm assuming like she's that Yenfear's not far enough for us not to see what's going on right now. And
Well,
I'm
things
just
look
going
like
to
they're going great.
I'm just gonna pull out that piece of copper and I'm gonna hold it up to my lips and I'm going to just very quietly send a message to Yenfear.
Please don't die.
Help,
Relax.
I fucked up.
Relax. Do not reply to this message unless you need help. And all you have to do is say help and we will be in there very soon after you.
I'm not gonna
Relax.
say anything for now.
And
I'm
that's
gonna
all
wait it
she
out.
says. That's all she says.
Okay.
You get that in your mind and you know that we will be right behind you as soon as you say help in your mind replying to that message.
All right, that's cool. That's cool.
Cap is cold.
Oh, you're cold. Petition to get Cap a blanket.
I have a really
Bye.
cool shirt on that has the D&D.
I love it. I love it.
All right. So you walk into what appears to be, at one point in time, probably a very beautiful home. The top floor is the second floor is a balcony. There may have been a top floor at one time, but it is mostly broken boards that look up through a rafters in the roof. So basically, it looks like walking into an old church. The main room is just this big open space, and it seems to go up. There's a balcony and a staircase in the back, but it looks dilapidated, and the top floor is broken boards and rafters all around there. You see things moving on the rafters. Not large birds, not like monstrous, just, like large birds of prey or something. There are, in fact, benches, different makes and shapes and sizes, but lined up. And at the end of the makeshift aisle that marks the separation between the sets of pews is a raised platform that was haphazardly constructed. Sitting on it, one leg thrown over an arm of the chair, is a human. He has a well-groomed beard, short, well-groomed hair. He looks at you. Honestly, this right here. This is what you see sitting in the chair.
What up? I'm Cap.
He swings his feet off and stands up. He comes walking over to you in patched clothing. Old, worn, but still trying to keep it looking nice. He leans in close and says, hello. So, what brings you here, new person? I don't believe I know who you are.
Panics immediately.
Oh, too bad we didn't have a plan.
We didn't have
He
I just
reaches out.
came to look around.
He reaches out and kind of wraps his hand around your neck and just kind of pats the back of your neck softly. Shh. There. It'll be okay. I promise.
Okay.
He leans back and looks at you with his hands like this, and he goes, are you a present? Or do you bring me a present?
I don't like that line of questioning.
Are you a gift? Or do you bring me a gift?
I'm a gift.
You are indeed. You are indeed. He takes your hand in his and walks over towards the chair that he was in.
Internal screaming the entire time.
Just it's that wordless scream where you're just like He leads you over, and there on the chair you can see several little holes that are drilled out. It looks like something can be fit into them or screwed in. He walks over, he takes the chain and kind of gives it a tug and tugs you in close to him. His breath is sickly sweet. He takes the chain and you watch as he screws the end of it into the chair.
Oh boy.
He then sits back on the chair, kicks one leg over it, and then just slowly runs his hand down Yenfir's back.
What the ever-loving fuck did I get myself into?
This is what happens when you say that you're a gift, bitch.
I didn't know what to say. Okay. Okay. Think me.
Moving out of the shadows, you see several people, different races. You see a halfling. You see another human who is, again, that kind of short, stocky build. You see a couple of dwarves. You see several tabaxi who are kind of bounding out of the upper rafter parts and then dropping to the ground. And they all kind of take seats on the pews, laying out along, looking around. You watch as one of the tabaxi walks up and says, "Hey, boss, you've got yourself a present, I see. Who gifted you this item?" Boris kicks his other foot so that he's laying across the chair now and puts one hand on the back of the chair and goes, "You know, I don't know. I would love to find out, though. Why don't you call the rest of the boys in and let's see who gave me such a beautiful present." "You got it, boss." And the tabaxi kind of skips, holding his tail in his hand as he goes. The doors open out and flood of light in. You hear the rustle of feathers in the rafters as the light disturbs whatever's up there.
Crash cut to us outside. I'm sure he's doing fine.
All of you outside see the door open up a few minutes after Yenfir has gone in. And you watch as a tabaxi leans out, a leather jerkin on, his fur super short and calico colored. You watch as he waves at everyone, asking them to come in. Spins his tail in his hand as he walks back inside. You watch as the large group that was outside of the building slowly filters in. It looks like they're calling a meeting, my party.
Well, that looks promising. It's great.
Yeah, let's go in.
No, I mean, Yenfir seems to have it handled, gathering them all together.
How many?
Okay.
How many of there are us? Fuck.
There's 5 of you.
How many is...
Okay. I am going to cast invisibility at 4th level because that'll get Arneth, Gillet, and Archie. And then I am going to use my Hat of Disguise to change my appearance.
And what are you going to appear as?
I am going to look like a human with the chain. Like, I'm going to look like a bedraggled...
One of them, guys.
Yeah, one of them.
One of them. Okay.
So I am casting invisibility at 4th level, and the 3 of them disappear. And I'm like, you need to be absolutely silent.
Of course! I'm
Archie,
great at
shut
being
up.
silent.
She explains this before she casts it.
Okay.
All right. The 3
And-
of you are invisible.
Yeah, so she's like, you cannot speak. You just have to follow, and I will try and make sure there's enough room for all of us.
I
Magic
am
surge.
the king
Yes,
of
I will.
being silent.
Do you think Pass Without a Trace would be helpful as well?
Absolutely would be. It'd give you a +10 to your stealth checks.
It's at this point that I reply to that message. And I'm
Help!
like, Callista, I may have gotten myself into a...
You feel a squeeze on your backside. What's that you're saying there?
a predicament that I cannot get myself out of. Please come immediately.
Oh, look. What are you saying there?
Huh? Oh, I'm just mumbling to myself. I'm sorry. I'm very nervous.
I see. He throws his feet back on the ground and stands up. He's not particularly tall. I mean, he's not any taller than you are.
He can't hear the whisper, by the way.
Oh, that's right, because
It's a message.
it's all up there. You still feel the squeeze. You feel you're so tense. You should lighten up.
Well, I mean, this is new to me. This whole
Kill him.
being changed to a
We're gonna kill him.
You'll get used to it soon enough. So, and you watch
So
as the
many
party
arrows.
has filtered in. The door's about to close, and one straggler comes running in. I would like for the party to give me a stealth check, please. That is the party that is sneaking in quietly. That would be Steve, or that'd be Gillett, Arneth, and
I'll have plus
Elsie.
10.
And
That's
you have a
21.
21. So 21. You have disadvantage because of the armor going clank, clank, clank.
But still a plus 10, which brings you up to 13.
Yeah. Okay.
And she's
Wow.
gonna kind of crowd the three of them into the corner and then lean back against them so that they're all kind of like in the shadows.
Let's see if the nearest one has any idea that you're there. I rolled a 12
Nice.
total. As you make your way past him, he kind of looks for a second, and he looks over in the corner, but he doesn't see anything, so he just kind of shrugs and turns back and looks toward.
Callista, did you want to have the pass without a trace as well?
No.
Okay.
I might have disguise. Unless they're touching me, they can't see through it unless they have true sight.
Okay.
He stands, throwing both feet off of the chair, raising his hands in this very apostolic way.
God, they're a
My
cult.
lovelies, I've been presented with a gift. And he motions to Yenfir in disguise. A truly beautiful thing. Someone was willing enough to give up their chain for this. He traces a finger over across Yenfir's chin. Something is not right. And he looks over at the group of people that are joined there. We're missing someone. Has anyone seen Punts? They start looking around quickly. You see people start shaking their head and muttering no. He leans his head back and yells, "Punts!" No answer. The rustling in the rafters of the birds just kind of making noise. Where is Punts?
Cap, I have a question. Can I alter the sound of my voice with thaumaturgy, or does it just make my voice louder?
It only amplifies it.
Okay. Then I am going to yell from the back corner. Last I saw, he was getting caught by the guard.
That's very disappointing. Do any of you speak Thieves' Cant? At all?
Mm.
I can't.
Shut up, Ryan.
Not at all.
I do not.
He comes up to you and he grabs the front of your shirt and pulls you in. He takes the chain and unscrews it and then kind of yanks it off of your clothing, ripping it. Because this is Punts' chain. And he's holding you like beak to beak. Where is Punts? And he pushes you back.
Well, now we start killing everyone, right, guys?
He gave it to me before he got caught by the guard. He thought
He
maybe
throws the link of chain at you. And you hear the sound of steel leaving leather.
okay.
And he
Okay.
holds
alright.
it up in the air like this and says, I don't believe you.
What's the fucking range on this?
What is it?
Polymorph. Am I 60 feet away from him?
You are. Yeah, actually, you are. From end of the room to end of the room, it's 65 feet, but he's not at the end of the room. He's about 15 feet in, so he's within range.
Okay. Second question. Because darkness...
You're not at the very back of the building either, are you?
No. Second question. Darkness is a racial trait, not a actual spell. Would I still be required to concentrate on it
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Because it still has. You have it innately, but it still requires you to take all the motions of casting it.
Okay.
That's a clever question. I like where your head's at.
Because I've got polymorph, so I was going to polymorph and then cast darkness.
All right.
But can't do it because I have to concentrate, and they're both concentration spells. Fuck.
Kinfear, you can teleport out of there anytime you want.
True.
I mean, that's a real good point. Can I do that? Can I phase step away?
You want a step of the wind?
Can I
won't-
just before you do that, Jack? Ponce went into hiding, sir. And this one.
Why?
He was getting caught by the guard. Why do you think? And this one here, he was talking to her beforehand.
Who are you?
Me? Why, I'm the one giving you the gift.
Ooh.
No.
And Callista's going to walk away from the three that she has kept invisible in the back corner and walk forward. And she
Who
looks
are
like
you?
she looks like a human.
Uh-huh.
Dirty. Dark clothes. Her chain is hanging around her neck.
I lean to Arneth and go, I really don't like all this deception. Why don't we just go in and beat everyone up?
I don't know either.
Because
But
we're like way outnumbered, maybe. Like,
Me? Why? My name is Mary.
Mary Madeline.
It's not a
Give me the
surprise you
second
don't
part.
know who I am. I'm
Give me
rarely
the
able to
second.
get in here these days. Deception?
Yeah.
I am going to use bed luck to make that a 14.
Okay, it's actually still better than what he does. He just kind of looks at you for a second. Who vetted her? And he looks at your chain because it's visible, right? And you just made it look like a link of chain.
Yep.
He looks at it carefully for a second and he goes, Of course. And he comes down off of the stage, leaving Yenfir where they were, and he walks towards you. He gets to within about 10 feet. And he looks at you and he points at you and he points at the chain and says, "What does that say then, Mary? What does your chain say?"
well, this sucks.
Polymorph, bitch.
Fuck you.
Back the fuck up. It
I was
says
waiting for somebody to
Nunya.
ask him what his
None
last
of
name
this-
was because Vincent, his last name is Vincent.
Oops.
Go fuck yourself.
That feeling when I closed the tab by accident. I'm
Good
so
job,
sorry.
Jack.
Failure. So
I
he's asking
know.
you, what does your chain say?
My chain?
Make some
Why?
shit up.
My chain says darkness. And that's what
And you
she's gonna
cast
do.
darkness?
She's gonna cast darkness.
There is a blood-curdling scream from the middle of the room. Or at least the middle of the darkness where it's cast. Are you casting it on him or...
Oh no, I am casting it directly in the center of the room, and it can it fills the 15-foot radius. So it's centered on me, and then whoever else was like around me within a 15-foot radius. So I think it might catch you in
They
fear.
were about, like, that was him, of course. and there's probably about 5 others. There were a total of about 20 altogether that was gathered in the room. And you've got 6 of them effectively covered by darkness. There's the sound of more metal leaving sheaths. As people start to look at the darkness, you watch from the outside, the 3 of you can see they're kind of moving.
This is a concentration spell, so the
Oh,
3
that
of
means
them,
invisibility goes
they're
away.
not invisible anymore.
All of a sudden, you see yourselves, your hands are visible to you, where they were invisible a moment ago.
Then I take 4 or 5 steps forward, try to get as close to Callista as I can.
Okay, there's a globe of darkness that sits. Are you in the globe?
Oh, then I just go a few steps forward.
Yeah,
Alright,
no,
there's a
I
globe of
cast
darkness.
it like on top of me and him. Like I tried to catch him so that I could just disorient him and then grab Yennefer and get the fuck out.
Okay, so just so that we understand, it's a 15-foot radius, which means it is a 30-foot diameter. This thing is 30 feet across the entire globe. You don't
Shit, we
see-
caught like most of the room then.
Yeah, you don't see the guys on the other end, and I take that back because with that, all 20 of them are in the darkness. And it's right at the edge of the stand where you were at, Jack. And like all of a sudden there are shouts and confusion. The entire width of this room is filled with it and a pretty good breadth of it. So
Okay.
with that, just so we can keep this organized, I would like for everyone to go ahead and give me initiative rolls, please. Let me get
I
the.
guess
Let me
I'll
get the
drop Pass Without a Trace.
okay.
Cap, are you going to count darkness as a spell? Since it was technically a.
I need to put
I'm going to
myself on the
say that
map.
because you are still twisting magic, I'm going to count it as a spell for the nature of this.
Got it.
Okay. You're good. Okay. Give me initiative rolls for the rest of you.
Wow, nice roll, Chief.
Thank you.
It's not letting me drag my picture onto the map.
Arneth, there are 2 of you there.
What?
Oh, there we go.
There are 2?
I don't know. I'm going to delete one of them.
Okay.
All right. 19 is what you rolled, so that's what you have.
So I couldn't see myself on the board at all, so I just dropped a new one.
This can only end well.
Of course
Oh.
I crit. No, it's a 7. It's a 7. In my fucking dreams, it's a 24. Can we? There we
Let's pretend that it's the 24.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right, so with that being said, give me just 1 second here. This is going to be a lot of fun for me and you.
Mm.
Really?
Uh-oh, times 2. Yeah, crying.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's a huge uh-oh because Callista's right in the middle of a bunch of people with an AC of 12.
Oof,
Bye, Callista.
it's been fun.
Come on, let's take out a room of criminals, guys.
Taking
5 versus 20.
Take out a room full of crimes.
It's a crime wave.
Wow.
Crime away.
That makes me weep openly. Like a child.
I have that effect on most people.
Oh.
All right, you're going to love this when I get it all set up.
They cry because we're just so beautiful.
I cry because life is meaningless.
Wow. That
All
got
right,
dark.
we're going to call Arneth first. What are you going to do?
It's me. I'm just like back in the corner crying. Just like, why are these people like this? Why do they do this to me? I'm tired of losing friends. No.
Mhm.
I just want to go home, see my mom.
Hug my wolves.
Hug my wolf.
We're out of the darkness, right?
You three are out of the darkness.
And we cannot see into the darkness.
Nope.
That is correct. It is a magical darkness. You cannot see through it, around it, anything.
Can I hold my action?
Until what? What would you like to do? What action would you like to hold, and what is the trigger?
The trigger is the darkness being dropped, so I can see something. The action is to fire an arrow at
Okay.
the first thing that I see.
Alrighty.
Preferably the head, Boris.
All right, that's yours.
Mm-hmm.
Gillet, what would you like to do?
Guild's gonna run in and just punch wildly.
Flail.
Okay.
Darkness comes. Fist of Fury.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
If you're in darkness, but you have like dark vision,
You still
Magical
can't see.
darkness it does not see.
Yeah.
Unless you have witch
So,
sight from the
I'm-
warlock.
wow, la-di-da. So I'm blind as hell, basically.
Yep.
Blind sight.
Well, that sucks. Mm,
Indeed, it does. What would you like to do? Okay, so Gillet, roll to attack with disadvantage.
A lovely 11. And
Miss.
I imagine so. Mhm.
Yep, miss. You missed.
All right. Yeah, that's pretty much all I'm gonna do.
Okay. Next up, it would be our handsome stranger.
I slowly pull out my sword.
Shing.
It's been many, many moons before I had a good fight.
This might not
Let's
be a
get
good
rid of the
fight,
darkness. And then I stand right at the edge of the darkness and prepare to just start attacking when the darkness is gone.
but- Okay. So you are holding your action until the darkness is dissipated, and at which point you're going to attack.
Yes.
All right. So that would be our Callista next.
Do I remember where Yinfir was?
Other side of the darkness, as best you can remember.
Okay, do I remember roughly where Boris was?
About 10 feet in front of you directly.
Okay. I am going to dash to the side, dash back to Yinfir, and then just kind of keep going until we're out of the darkness. And well, or
Okay.
until like I'm at the breadth of my movement, and then I'm going to use my free action to drop darkness.
All right.
So basically, it's dash out so I avoid Boris, dash to Yinfir, grab a hold of their shirt front, keep going, dragging them after me, saying, "It's me, we're going," and then dropping darkness. Because
Okay.
Yinfir's not going to recognize who I am because I've got the hat on.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be like, "No, it's me. Yeah, we're going."
All right. So you rush through the darkness.
Yep.
I would like for you to give me an acrobatics check, please.
Oh, why does it have to be acrobatics? Damn it.
Or
You wanted to-
dexterity.
You wanted to be a badass.
I did,
okay?
I did, but like I've got points in athletics.
It's enough. You avoid bumping into one of them is basically what it is.
Okay.
You make it through the other side. You see Yenfir standing where they were.
Okay.
You're gonna grab them.
Grab him and pull and be like, "Yinfir, it's me, Callista. We gotta We gotta move. As soon as I drop this darkness, everything's gonna go to hell.
Okay.
And then just pull until I'm at the end of my movement.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You get to Yenfear. And you've got 5 more feet of movement you can do.
Not if I'm using my full movement. Not if I'm using my full turn to move. I get 60.
Oh, that's right. You're not doing anything else.
Yeah.
So
Dropping
you
this
get
spell is a
5.
free action. It's concentration. I just
So
dropped the
you
concentration.
drop the spell before you move back?
Nope. We get all the way to the end before I drop it.
All right. You are dragging him. I'm going to say that it's not going to impede you because he's not resisting and he's not dead weight. So you are able to move 5 to 50. You're actually able to move the other side of the darkness. But I will like for you to give me another acrobatics check as you go through. Or dexterity if that's all you have.
Oof.
As you are going, your speed, you are all of a sudden impeded by a bumping into a solid figure as you run into the body of one of the rogue or one of the thugs. That is going to cause you to collide with them. Give me a dexterity saving throw. Okay. You manage not to fall. You manage to stay on your feet. Yenfear, I need a dexterity. I need an acrobatics check first, and then a dexterity saving throw if you roll below a certain number. Your acrobatics. Okay, you actually do not. You feel Callista collide with something as you're holding on, and so you bring up short before you run over them. So you are not toppled over as you are in this darkness. And with that, you drop the darkness?
Yep.
Okay. Now, who was holding action until the darkness dropped?
Me.
Okay. And also, if I'm not mistaken, Arneth. Give me 2 seconds, and then I'm going to have you make rolls, okay? I'm just doing something real quick. Super duper fast. Oh, you are not going to like me at all.
Oh, God.
This is...
I've just gotten used to it by now. And last but not least, Gillet.
Well, it's been a pleasure playing with you all.
This is it. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh!
Oh my god.
Yeah! That's awesome.
That is 20 rogues or thugs plus 1 badass.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
We got
Oh my
this.
god.
We got
Oh my
this.
god. I'm gonna
We
have...
can do it.
Jack, I hope you like being harem fodder because that's what we're about to become.
Okay.
Arneth, roll to attack since the darkness was dropped and you had yours held first.
Would you like us to put our initiatives back on the turn order since you moved us back?
It's still on for me. I'm sorry.
Do I get...
Close your turn order out.
It's just a normal attack?
Yeah, it's normal attack. And well, I mean, you were holding your attack action, which means you can do
whatever you want.
Okay.
all of it. This will not work
Can
for
I
you?
can I cast Hunter's Mark as
No,
well?
it doesn't work, Cap.
No.
Okay. Yeah, we can put the turn order back on there.
Like, it's literally just us going through and putting in our initiatives again.
Yeah, that's fine. Do I need to add turn for you guys each?
No. We can just, well, I mean, we could just re-roll and then put in our old one.
That's fine. Yeah, go ahead and add yours. Actually, wait, before everybody does that, give me 1 second. 19, 17, 14, 8, 7. Okay. I need to remove them, otherwise it's going to be like double long. So go ahead and add them, or go ahead and re-roll so that way everybody's on there, and then add yours in. Or modify yours. Oh, you're 1 off. What are you? You're 1 difference.
Really?
Why?
That's depressing.
This is homophobia.
I don't know. No.
No.
I think so.
Oh,
It was 24 again. That's great.
Jack, we're about to die.
I am so sorry, y'all. I'm a fucking idiot. You should have just left me in there.
Unfortunately, my character cares a lot about you.
Oh God. We.
Uh,
Oh.
okay.
jeez.
All right, so go ahead and roll attack.
Can I?
You're holding your attacks action, which means you can do both. You can do your multiple attacks.
And I'm trying to hit this fella.
Okay, which one? Big dude in the middle?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and you rolled...
10 and a 27.
the 27 definitely hits. The 10 does not. Go ahead and give me damage on that. Good to know.
I wish I had Fireball. I wish Rollin were here.
I do have Fireball.
Do it.
I feel like there's going to be awful repercussions for that.
I can make people immune to fire,
Okay.
can't
When you're attuned to winter?
All right,
Can I move
that's
it
your
all?
turn. Huh?
I?
Can
Yeah.
I move at all?
No, because your move would have been part of your turn. All right, so it is not really your turn technically yet.
Mm-hmm.
He does not. That is not his initiative. That is the other guy's initiative.
Damn it.
All the thugs go on a 1.
Oof.
Well, that's all right. Right? Right. Okay.
Oh, I didn't roll my initiative properly. Whoopsies. I don't remember what it was.
You were right before me. So
That was a 14.
14.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Okay, that's pretty good for him.
Oh.
Now, Archie, you had a turn. You were holding your action to attack when the darkness drops. So what are you attacking?
Yes. Can I... They're not really in range. Is it okay if I step like that?
They are, since you have a pole arm.
I don't have a pole arm. I have a great sword.
Didn't you get a pole arm last session?
I did. I got a
You got a
lance, but I
lance.
took out my great sword. That's what was in my hand.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Uh,
We're here to have fun. I'll allow it.
Okay. And I'm gonna go for this guy.
Okay.
Or well, first,
It's up to you.
as soon as the darkness fades and I see everyone sees things now, do they all like look towards us?
Oh yeah. Except for this group that's right around like where Callista and Yenfir are. Because what the fuck?
So I'm gonna go, gentlemen, and then I'm gonna cast Radiant Soul and sprout wings.
Oh my god.
And start glowing.
All of a sudden, Archie, who you've seen as this radiant being anyways in his armor, starts to glow. And as he does, you watch as wings flare out from behind him.
Ethereal wings.
A halo of radiant energy appears kind of above his head. And it's not a traditional halo where it's a full circle. I have this image of you like having like this one that's kind of open, almost like a laurels that someone would wear.
Yeah, like from the back, just
Like a
front, but
laurel
not-
wreath
not
that
connecting.
someone would have on their head. Yeah.
I like it. I agree.
You agree? That's good. That's good for you.
So I go, gentlemen, and then that happens, and I go, time to unleash hell. Wait, no,
Jesus.
another one, and then I go, ah!
Arnaz
All
is
right.
still
God.
in the corner, kind of just like, well, that explains a lot.
Callista
my.
internally, I'm never
All right.
showing him what I am.
Which you're attacking this one? Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Yeah, this guy on my right here.
Oh, that's your action though, isn't it?
Oh yeah, because I can only do like one thing, right?
Yeah.
So then
But so unfortunately, that was your action.
okay, yeah.
All right, good deal.
And I step forward, and I'm getting ready to, yeah.
All right, now we're gonna go in initiative order since everybody's gotten theirs out.
Mm.
Yeah.
What are you? And he turns to attack you. 17 to hit you.
It does not hit.
25.
Yeah, that hits.
So he swipes once with this it moves light in his hand. The basket covers the entirety here, but it's not like a full rapier basket. The blade is not like a rapier. It's actually wider, and it comes into a point. It's a cutlass. None of you may be familiar with a cutlass. But you watch as he swings once one way and then swings back the other way. And he is going to cause you that plus this. Hold on a second here. I need to look at something real quick. All right.
Oh God, I'm so stressed right now. I'm so stressed.
It is not that, is this. 1d that plus this. 10 points of damage as he slashes across, finding the first opening that he can. All right. He is then going to look at you for a second, wink, and then back up, using the disengage as a bonus action. All right, that is his turn. Arneth.
I guess I will move right there. So
Watson Jackson.
like to keep my eye on him. I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on the big man, Boris.
On the buddy. Hey guy. Hey buddy.
Hey fella.
Hey fella. Hey
How
buddy.
you doing?
I'm gonna shoot at him some more.
All right.
'Cause that's all I can do. 22,
Both hit.
25.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Ooh, I need to
Hunter's
adjust
Mark
it
for both?
higher than that. Hunter's Mark says every attack.
Okay.
Nice.
So
You're doing great,
Wonderful.
sweetie.
the 25 and 12. Could you not?
No, absolutely keep
Wow.
doing that like many times.
I'll try.
That hurt. Uh-huh. Okay. Next up is that your turn?
Yes.
Gillett. There's a whole room full of dudes.
And it's going to get funny. So I'm going to move here. And
Catch some hands.
well, I'm going to do this first.
Just like line them all up and
Two.
That hits.
And it is to this guy.
Okay.
And that.
The same guy?
Same guy.
Yeah, that hits.
So I'm going to go boom. Boom.
Hold on a second.
Boom.
He
We are
wasn't
fucking
ready.
around.
No, he wasn't ready.
Man, this is a wizard's dream.
honestly.
Just looking at this layout. Whew.
Get some good chain lightning
That's
going
the
on.
one that I wanted
Chain
earlier.
lightning bolt.
I had the wrong one picked. That's much better. Okay, so your first two strikes eviscerate this poor guy.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay. You spin around and punch the one next to you.
Yes, I do.
Okay, go ahead. That hits him. Okay. He's clocked his jaw. He's still up. And now and he just kind of and falls to the ground.
Now, with that, does my after flurry of blows abilities have to be used on the same target, or am I able to move at all after that, or anything like that? Since
Yeah,
I
you
didn't
can
use my
finish your
entire
movement.
movement.
No, you can finish your movement.
Fantastic. Then I will move here. Actually, be attacking Big Boss with the I believe it was this one.
Okay. Now you that you do have to hit that target.
That's what I was asking about.
Yeah, sorry, yes. Sorry,
Okay.
that's the effect of you hitting him. He then has to save from you channeling your ki into it.
Gotcha. Okay, so
That's
then
the way
I
that
will move. Let's say
Just watching somebody play with their it's you. It's like watching somebody play with their measurements. Oh yeah, I see what you're doing.
I will go here.
It feels so weird to be listening to lo-fi YouTube playlists for chilling and relaxing as we're getting,
Fucking eviscerated.
eviscerated.
All right, is that your turn?
Yes.
Ballista, your turn.
Okay. Well, Fireball is getting centered there.
Okay.
Right here. Right here.
Okay.
It misses everybody
Wait,
in the party,
I
but it
think-
hits everybody else.
I think it missed me. Hold on, because my initiative is 14, not 4.
Oh yeah. We totally missed you. So you
I'll
go.
just
first.
go.
It's your
I'll
turn.
go after Callista.
No, it's your turn. Go ahead.
Go ahead. What are you gonna do?
But if you
I'm gonna
fucking
go for
move
this
into
guy.
my 20-foot range, I'm gonna hurt you.
Okay, I'll make sure to do that for you.
I mean, yeah.
I'm gonna go for that guy. I'm gonna use Great Weapon Master to take -5 to hit.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the attack.
I don't know if I have that. I don't have that programmed in yet. Oh, so that's very low.
That's a miss. That's a 6 if that doesn't calculate the -5 in there.
Yeah.
No, you miss.
I
But you
totally
bring
missed.
it down, and as you bring the sword overhand, he just kind of, and as he ducks out of the way, you split the wood in the floor.
Good job.
There's a smell of urine really strong around where you're at right now. All right.
You stay there, young man, and I'll come over here. If he gets, he can op attack me if he wants.
Okay.
I'm going to this guy say a few words under my breath and say, "I swear, by all that is holy, you will die." And I will channel divinity and cast
20 to hit
vow.
you, by the way.
Oh, that hits.
4 slashing.
I use vow of enmity, which gives me advantage on this guy,
on all attacks against him.
and I will use my extra attack to hit him.
Okay.
Gorgeous.
And I will still take the -5.
Okay, go for it.
that's-
Even with the -5, that's a 16.
Yeah.
That misses him.
Fuck.
As you bring the sword down, he takes the cutlass, taking the blunt end, and brings it against his own forearm and pinks against your sword. And as he does, he looks at you and goes, and brings the sword back around, ready to attack
What a
you.
character! It almost sucks to kill him.
All right.
And that's all I can do.
Okay. Callista.
Centered.
Do it.
Right there. It misses everybody in the party, but it's gonna hit like
The vast majority.
Centering it right here.
it's gonna hit all of them.
Nice.
10, 50. Yeah, if you're casting it here, that's 5, 10, 15,
20. That's what I
yeah.
was screwing around with.
All those guys right there.
Yep.
Good call.
All right.
And I am casting it at 4th level.
He is going to do a reflex save, and then I'm going to do like 2 others for them.
Okay.
'Cause I'm not rolling that many times.
That's fair. Oh god, that is an awful damage for a fucking fireball. Ugh.
Could be worse.
It could be.
Could be a lot worse, actually.
Okay, so he is going to roll. Ooh, not 20. So he rolled a 28, but he still takes 11 points of damage.
Fuck.
All right. Now, I'm going to actually make my life even easier. Because these guys, their maximum HP is 11.
Nice.
Even if they succeed, they take
They're
11
dead.
points of damage. So, for all those dudes right here,
Blurp.
they're dead. And
Elite.
all these dudes right here, dead. And this
It
fella
would-
right there.
Yeah, I was gonna
dead.
say it would catch him too.
All right.
And then
He bats
I-
the floor.
I am going to not be in the center. Oh fuck, this is gonna be awful, but I'm not
You
gonna be in
can
the
move
center.
if you want to.
I'm not gonna be in the center of all of this bullshit, and I'm going like over
Misty
here.
step.
I don't have that.
Are you moving?
Yes. And because I know they're all gonna take attacks of opportunity on me. I know it's coming!
That's fair.
Did I close them out? I did. I don't want to do that. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you get 4 attacks of opportunity against you.
With an AC of 17 to beat.
Okay.
Wow. That's nothing.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1 hits.
One hits.
Take 3 slashing damage.
You know what? That
Wow.
could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
Mm.
However,
All
you
right,
also
is that your
need...
turn?
It is. You also need another one of these.
Yenfear.
Me fear. If I face step, do they get?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna face step to
30 feet, wherever that's at.
here.
Awesome. You watch as
Okay.
the leaves, which look like
All right.
dry, gray, and silver, crumple to the ground, and Yenfear appears. Flurry of feathers, a flurry of leaves, just right there.
I am going to draw my what weapons do I have? I have so many weapons now.
I don't know, a lot of
Which one? God, I need to figure this out. I'll just draw my rapier.
them. Okay, you have advantage on the attack.
Wait. No.
Wait. Dragon
I'm-
Steel Cord?
No. Well, I would still have to.
Black
If I
blade?
wanted to do inflict wounds, I would still have to do an attack roll, wouldn't I?
Melee attack, yes. Or yeah, an attack roll, yes, a melee attack.
So.
Or
can
what
I
we
do-
used to call a touch attack.
Well,
yes.
you just click inflict wounds, and it'll roll it for you. And then if
Oh.
you hit, it'll ask you what level you want to.
That is
Do it at.
a hit.
Okay. And I'm gonna cast it at third level.
Oh, that's gonna be ugly.
Zap.
Yeah, that's
Zap zap.
you reach out and
Yes.
grab his shoulder. Any words that you would like to impart upon him as he takes his last breath? Nobody touches my ass.
Your hands to yourself.
Here's the real gift.
It's the real gift. Surprise,
Happy
motherfucker.
birthday.
Surprise.
Merry Christmas.
As you grip the back of his neck, much like he did yours earlier, tendrils of black energy slide through the body. You watch as the skin turns a desiccated gray, almost like with a waxy hue to it. He seizes up and he grins at Archie. Was worth it. And he falls to the ground, a little of cold air as he does so. The cutlass clatters to the ground. All right. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I am just for the fuck of it. I'm gonna inspire Gillet.
Gillet, you are inspired.
Cool.
You do
I just
still-
flash him a thumbs up and a wink.
You do still technically have movement, Jack.
Do I? Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, your bonus action. No, you couldn't inspire him.
Why not?
Phase step is your bonus action.
Oh yeah. Never mind then.
You're not
I'll just
inspired.
move back into the fray.
Alright.
And I'll mad dog them all.
Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. Good to know. You watch as self-preservation and realization come into their eyes, and immediately as one, they just kind of look at each other, look at their fallen boss, and throw their weapons down and hold their hands up.
Good choice.
One of the Tabaxi, the living Tabaxi walks forward and goes, "You 5 of you," there was the Calico one that came out earlier and called everybody. "The 5 of you took down the boss quite easily. We are not dumb."
This was not a fight.
Do what the says you will. As you guys stare at your 7 captives, trying to decide what to do next, we're going to go ahead and call it for the evening. We ran a little bit long. I want to thank everyone for tuning in and hanging out with us. It was a blast. We had a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Met some new people, had some insight into things, and you met Ponce, who was also known as Vincent Van Gogh Fuck Yourself. I want to thank Maddie, who was playing Callista, Jack playing Yenfear, Steve, who was playing Gillet, Chief playing Arneth, and Ryan, who was playing Archie. Guys, we love you all. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll be back again on Wednesday with more role play from a storyteller type of role play with Alone in the Void. And then back again next Monday with episode 34. Can you guys believe that? 34.
My God.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
So thank you all again. My name is Heath. I have been the DM, as always. We love you guys. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you all. We see you. Bye now.